Welcome once again to Philly by Night. I'm Ryan, your storyteller, and I have with me my Neonates. Say hi, Neonates.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Tonight,
Neonates.
tonight we resume their story with searching for the lost Toreador Primogen, Joshua Strain Crisp. Last time you saw them, they were using a rather interesting plant as a sort of homing beacon. Now we've had some things happen between then and now. If you'd like to see what those things are, you're going to have to go over to our YouTube channel and check out those recordings. They are up right now. But without further ado, we're going to turn to the story. Today, or rather tonight, May 25th, in the city of Philadelphia, the sun sets and our lovely undead come to life. Starting with the young and probably troubled Mr. Thomas Pierce. Thomas has risen, he has roused from his day sleep, reflexively put on his blush of life, and sits up in his timeout room. And as Thomas opens his eyes, in the corner of the room stands a young Caucasian female with long blonde hair and puffed, pursed lips. Thomas, you thought you could get away from me, huh?
Is this who I think it is?
It definitely looks like them.
The fuck are you doing here?
Oh, sweetie. I'm everywhere. I'm always with you. You're mine. You can't get away.
Fuck with that. Thomas is gonna get up out of bed.
So he stands up out of the bed, kind of like facing her.
Yeah.
All right. She kind of chuckles like, oh, look at you. Still trying to be the big boy in the situation, aren't you?
You need to actually don't go anywhere. You need somebody. You need to meet somebody. Where the fuck is Teddy?
Oh, don't you worry about him. He's exactly where I need him to be. I mean, you couldn't take care of him, so I might as well.
Besides, bring me back. What the fuck do you want?
Oh, I just want what's mine. I want you to come back where you belong.
No, not with you.
Oh, it's such a shame. You know I'm all the best parts of you.
Thomas is gonna cross the room to her
Mm-hmm.
and reach out to grab her wrist.
So as you reach out, this being, this what seems to be like Camille, fades away into nothing.
The fuck was that? Thomas is probably going to go take a cold shower and get ready for the rest of the night.
All right. So as Thomas enters his shower, we will pan our camera over to some of our other players, starting with Mr. Oscar Sullivan. Waking up in your apartment, having gone hunting without any kind of success, unfortunately. Do you return to the apartment right away, or are you headed out to a meeting place with the rest of the coterie?
He doesn't really have an option at the moment, at least not right at this time. The only thing he can probably think of is calling the Meals on Wheels, because that's a thing. But he also knows that costs something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if he goes into this without any kind of buffer, he is absolutely going to be in trouble because he's got a fun little thing that happens when he gets for hunger. So not having any success, realizing that he's going to have to going out again, I don't really think is an option at the moment. So we have that Meals on Wheels business card. That was part of our little thing, right? Our little
yeah.
package. Cool. So I guess that's what Oscar is going to do while everyone is doing their thing, and see if they can deliver something not to his haven, but to the coterie haven.
Okay.
Because he's just going to head to the coterie haven and see if they will deliver something to him.
Having called them and asked them to have it delivered, you'll get a reply of like, it'll be there in about 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So, yeah, no, that's all Oscar's really doing at the moment. He's got himself together and is just going to wait till his snack arrives, I suppose.
All right, headed over to the Coterie Haven, where that will meet you. Liam, how does our young dragon start his evening after he's gone out and gotten his fill for the night?
After he has successfully fed, he's going to the coterie. It was arranged that we were all going to meet up at the coterie haven. He's going to head back to his haven real quick just to pick up some stuff that some of it he's bought, some of it he's found lying around, but he's effectively bringing some stuff to the coterie haven, to which I will just very quickly, one second, because I have written it down in my personal channel. So he puts those all into a bag. Okay. He puts those all into a bag. And the one thing he's going to do before he heads to the coterie haven, he's going to message his retainer. Just a simple text message. And it's just going to be a very simple, everything good.
You'll get a thumbs up, and then almost immediately after is a couple weird things, but nothing bad.
Just replies back, keep me updated if you hear anything, and take care of yourself.
She'll reply with a smile emoji with a thumbs up next to it.
And then he's going to head to the coterie haven.
All right. Dr. Boone Ripley. As our resident Malkavian of the coterie, wakes for the evening, and what's the first thing on his agenda?
First, he is staring at the ceiling for maybe 20 minutes, which essentially in his head he is going over every single conversation that he has had in the last week, and trying to point out moments of laughter, comfort, or discomfort. And because it's been with his three of his coterie mates, those are the conversation that he is going over the most. Mm-hmm. But he will get up, blush of life, do his normal rounds that he has to do in order to keep his job, and then right before, maybe like an hour before he's supposed to go, with the coterie, he is going to do some detailed research on the blood, mostly the blood and the dirt that he pulled from the house that they were in last session.
All right. Well,
under the microscope, my friend. Since he has access to all that shit at the hospital, might as well use it.
You know what? For doing this, it's going to be somewhere between investigation and science, but I'm going to call it a resolve and science roll.
Oh, I love you. Is it can I use my specialty in biology for that?
Not for this one.
Okay. May I blood search?
Yeah, by all means.
I don't like the way you said that.
No one ever does.
Exactly.
I am not hungry.
Okay.
So that too. And now I got to do math. You said resolve in science.
It's 5 for you.
That will be 7 total then for because of the blood surge. Thank you. I feel like that took a little too long for me to get that up. 2. And then, I'm gonna use some willpower.
All right, burning one of those.
Yes, I am. Three successes.
So studying the blood, it looks very similar to kindred vitae, as you've studied probably more than anybody else in the coterie at this point, doing the studies that you have done. But as you zoom in with the microscope, there seems to be a mix of floral cells as well. Like you see a mix of like normal like red blood cells, although augmented by kindred blood. You see cells that resemble plants, like they're built differently. They have the cell wall. They're more squared off than the amoebic round type of like animal cells are.
Yeah.
And they almost seem like bound together.
That should not be happening. He just kind of looks at it and okay. Well, what about the dirt? Does it have any like blood or anything missing? He's just looking for any like abnormalities in it.
It has some of that blood that I just described mixed into it, but other than that, it kind of just looks like potting soil.
But we got it from out of the wall.
Or that dirt. No, that looks like dirt.
Okay, cool. I was like, why is there potting soil in the wall dirt?
Yeah, I could have sworn you guys like took some of that soil, took some of this dirt.
I did, but like I didn't think he would find it necessary to fucking like look at it.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I should have clarified.
No, you're fine. Now you have both answers.
Thank you. After that, he is going to turn to one of his notebooks and write down, must talk to Catherine. Why are plants weird? Essentially.
And then taken off to the haven.
And then he is going to find his way there. Yes.
All right. So, Thomas, as you're finishing your shower, getting dressed, there's a call to your cell phone.
All right, Thomas is going to answer it.
All right. Good evening, sir. This is the front desk. I've been told that your reservation is up and you're able to check out tonight.
Fantastic.
Yeah, just letting you know. Have a good night. Like, click. So I assume, like after that, he kind of like just gathers himself up and heads out to the coterie haven.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and gather his things and get everything packed back into his car.
Well, with Catherine kind of already being there, we're gonna let the others kind of show up. Oscar getting there prior to everyone else. There's a package with your name on it. Open it up, and it's a couple blood bags.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be able to square yourself down to one.
Okay.
Inside is a receipt.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like handwritten in very like cursive, stylized handwriting.
Yeah.
One minor favor.
Cool. Oscar will tuck it into the like chest pocket of his jacket, and will dispose of the box, break it down, put it in the proper recyclable place, and will just make his way into the common area and wait for everybody. He will look around to see if Valentina is here first.
She is not.
Okay, then he's just gonna sit on the. He's just gonna take up a corner of the room, back to the wall, eyes on the door to see who comes in.
Catherine, waking and coming out of your room, you kind of see Oscar come in, grab these bags, chug those down, toss the box out, and take up his seat. And then shortly after this, Liam comes in, followed by Dr. Ripley, and then finally by Thomas.
Okay.
One of you's been told. The other three notice something rather easily. The plant to which you took from the Primogen's Haven and brought here to the Coterie Haven and put in that corner is gone.
Okay.
And then it is all for you.
Dr. Boone is nodding at Catherine, but he's moving immediately over to Oscar, and he's gonna go, "Excuse me," and he's gonna lift up his shirt.
Yeah. What the? Excuse. What are you? Hold on. What are you?
You said that.
I said you could. I said you could let me know when this is going to happen, because as much as I know,
it's happening right now. Can I look, please?
I'm not.
Catherine's sitting on the sofa, just chuckling with one of her notebooks.
You don't have to get naked right now. I just want to examine the first hole. Just
the bullet hole is on my leg, and as attractive as everyone is in here to me, I am not pulling my pants off in front of them at this time.
Well, what part of your leg? Is it the calf or the thigh?
It's the upper. It's my thigh, sir.
Thigh. Okay.
We can talk later if you'd like, or I could just show you the burn scar really quick if you're really wanting something to look at.
Yeah, that can be fine. Burn scar, please.
Yeah. So Oscar will slug off his leather jacket, drape it across the back of the chair, will unbutton the striped shirt he is wearing, and pull it off and open, and across the back, like near the middle, from just between his shoulder blades to the middle of his back, is a burn.
Boone is going to run his fingers across it. Not sensually, you nasty. I saw that face.
That wasn't why that was there. It was more of the fact that it's reminding him of where he got it from.
And then he's going to just put his finger across it. I feel like he's been doing this for so long that he can tell that this was probably before the embrace or after the embrace. It was before.
This is not a wound that would have been caused by magical means. This is very much this happened and then scarred over, and sometime, maybe years after that, Oscar became one of the kindred, one of the undead, and thus his body is locked with that scar for eternity.
All right, and Boone will write down something on his little mini notepad, and he goes, "Now, thank you very much. Apologies, I didn't mean it. It was just on my mind. I was thinking about it on the whole walk here.
It's just fine. Just warn me next time before you try to strip me." And
sorry, a lot of my patrons are normally not awake, so
that doesn't really make it better, buddy. But I appreciate the effort. We can talk more later.
Okay.
And is going to slowly pull his shirt back on, button it back up, throw back on the jacket. There are a couple of tattoos that were visible, that were there, but they are no longer there. And so he's just going to sit in the corner and kind of just do one of these numbers, like, that's not. That was not something he had on his bingo card for tonight. So
you're welcome.
Not the nudie bar that I wanted to walk in tonight.
Oh.
Apologies. I just had to get some business out of the way. Everybody been okay?
As okay as I can be.
Pretty much the same sentiment as Catherine over here. But we are all here together now, and how is everyone doing?
Fantastic, now that I've gotten a chance to look at that.
I'm great. Great as anything.
I'm here.
That sentiment right there. I second that.
Well, we turn back to her notebook.
Oh, well, you. I'm sure that all of you received the orientation packets from the sheriff.
I saw glitter and immediately pulled out a vacuum.
Yes, I got glitter in mine too.
I managed to make use of the one of the business cards. I needed that. Also, just so to do cleaning house a bit, you'll notice something missing. I went to meet with the local scholars.
How did that go?
Interesting. They took possession of the plant because they are studying it. They have an expert among their number, magister by the name of Alma. It is called Wolfgar and Oscar both don't know how to pronounce this name. It starts with an M. Madrigora. Okay. It's something called the Madrigora. They are cropping up in a few places around the city. It's not the Primogen Strain's little fellow was not. Also, they have the ability to assert influence over you, which is why you should, if you ever encounter one, don't directly touch it, and you should masks need what and Oscar will hold up one of the masks that is the mask that Islington gave him. It says we can get some of these for if we encounter them, because I found out the hard way, they emit pheromones.
Oh, I thought so.
Yes.
Well, I have a lot of medical grade masks, if that's what that is. But
it is.
Is it? Well, I have about 10 of them. He just goes in his little bag and just pull out like a packet.
Basically, Oscar would be able to reiterate that
Yes.
what Cyrene and Islington said was very much the same kind of standards that we all dealt with right around that 2020 area of gloves and masking up.
Yep.
So
it should be treated as hostile. While the one that we encountered was not, some of them, the others we may or may not run into are. So,
they will eat us type hostile? Or?
I did not ask for specifics. When somebody told me that it was hostile, I just assume and treat it like most things that are hostile, and assume that it will try to hurt us in some fashion if we aren't careful.
But knowing how that is probably a good idea. It could throw thorns at us. It could just...
True. I assume it makes use of its vines and also the pheromones. I didn't see it have teeth, but I don't know. That was just one variation of it.
Dr. Bro just kind of looks at Oscar like, out of all the things you should be fucking looking for is teeth, and you didn't look for teeth.
We were all within Liam was within a quarter inch of this thing and near his face, and he didn't see teeth. And if he did, he didn't say crap about it. So I'm just going to assume that does not have teeth.
Yet it could develop teeth.
It could, but it didn't in my time between getting it here and getting it to the museum where we met, and the Oracle walked off with it.
Or maybe that one didn't want to eat us, and maybe the other ones do.
True, but at least we have a groundwork on how to deal with them if we do encounter them. However, I think we have bigger fish to fry, as it were.
We do indeed. We do indeed have particular issues that need to be addressed sooner rather than later.
If anyone could please reiterate that, like, what is the specific issues that we need to worry about?
Well, I believe that a secondary issue that we can touch upon briefly is that there are two kindred within this city who are looking to, shall we say, inconvenience Mr. Pierce here, at the very least. We are to be on the lookout for Theodore and Camille. And how exactly did you describe them, Mr. Pierce?
Theodore Goodrich looks sort of like me, I guess. Camille's a bitch. Classy bitch. Blonde, kind of stuck up her
Ripley
ass.
writes "dumb blonde bitch" in his notes.
I've already spoken with the sheriff about it. I'm going to meet with the sheriff to set up a meeting with them. We can have a little chat.
I believe that our game plan on that front is that if we encounter them, we report them straight to the sheriff or her deputies. If we have to defend ourselves, I would say do so to the best of your abilities.
I don't care about her. You can neutralize Theodore. Don't hurt him.
Well, can we take pieces such as fingers, arms, toes, kneecaps, teeth?
Oh, Doc, she is all yours. You can do whatever you want to her.
Okay.
She deserves to be examined thoroughly. However you want to examine her.
So the doc puts down 2 toes, 3 fingers, and an eyeball.
Oh my God.
Theodore, on the other hand, remains untouched.
Okay, so if the same guy that walked into the shop and decided to swing his weight around decides to just show up, we're just not supposed to touch him. If he swings on me, I'll put him in the dirt.
He's not going to swing on you. It's not what he does. Though they are both actually supposed to go to the prince. So you're going to have to wait for your examination, Doc.
Okay.
While I can appreciate the need in order to make sure that no harm comes to these individuals, I do have to agree with what Oscar has said. Because there are other ways in which these particular kindred can harm us, and not all of them require bodily threats. I have the capacity to defend myself. I intend on using that capacity, should the need arise.
Are they a part of your
You
clan?
shouldn't need to, because if they happen to show up and I am there, then they will deal with me.
What So they are throwing some accusations in your directions. They lied to us, or at least he did. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting. How is it you described her? Dumb blonde bitch, but
Dumb blonde bitch. That's
she's
what I
not
wrote.
dumb. She is actually quite smart, but she is a blonde bitch.
Oh, intelligent blonde bitch. Sorry.
Either way, it's a problem that we may eventually all have to deal with, especially with the way they came at our group.
Exactly.
I think the individual in question, and Thomas can correct me if I'm wrong here, could be described as a conniving shark in a business suit. But this poses not only one, but now 2 things that the coterie has set before them. One, we have this duo that seems to be causing Mr. Pierce grief and sending perhaps some lightly veiled threats Catherine's way. Also, we still have the task for the prince at hand of locating Primogen Strain.
Yeah.
And how do we go about this now?
The last time that I saw that plant, it was facing east towards New Jersey. If we are correct in our assumption that that thing was effectively acting as a kind of strain-attracted magnet, then it could imply that he is in New Jersey. Or it could imply that he's in the sea. One of the two.
It was near that border, and if we were to research what is along that border, I know we were tap dancing closer than some of us would have liked. However, I think researching into that border and if there's anything, any stone worth unturning in that direction, he might be there. Of course, if he is over the border, then we might have to report that and figure out diplomacy wise, what could be done in that direction. But it's just a matter of taking a step in a direction we need to deal with.
But as a point of order, why doesn't one of you, if not more, give me an intelligence and resolve? And remember, two of you are currently taking
Gotcha.
penalties at the moment.
Intelligence and resolve. Bet.
This
I
is
can do
not.
that.
Actually, Doc, I think you're one of the perfect people for this. Considering
Intelligence
you were-
resolve. Okay.
This pool is.
So it's still intelligent and resolve for me then.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna blur search again because why not?
Okay.
Is it okay? Is everybody rolling intelligence resolve?
Anybody
I am.
that would like to.
I am now at 3 hunger.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah, Dr. Boone getting the hangries.
oh no.
Fucking hell.
God damn it.
Listen here, you dice bot.
Liam, would you like to do something about that?
Oh, no. Is there anything I can do?
You could spend a willpower to re-roll 2 of those 10s.
Depends. It
Yeah, you
wouldn't make
could,
it
yeah.
messy.
Or to make it worse.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right, Boone, I got you. All right, so we're burning a willpower for Liam.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Not great, but
I mean, you
Better.
avoid a messy crit.
Yeah.
Boone and Catherine, when they start talking about this plant pointing in one direction or other, it occurs to you that you remember it very specifically. It had started pointing almost directly east and then had started kind of shifting north as the night went on, almost as if whatever it was tracking might be moving.
Well, kind of like what did it go at like a steady pace, kind of like something flowing down a river, or was it like rapid, like a
or
car?
possibly in a vehicle.
Yeah.
With both of those scores, I would say that you guys could safely assume that it went about the speed of a boat flowing down the river.
So much
Catherine will think of that. It was moving that night, wasn't it? So, does anyone happen to have a map?
Hold on. He's gonna pull out his cell phone and pull up Google Maps and pinpoint where we are, and then scroll
Okay.
over to where we were the other night.
And Catherine will stand nearby and look at it. Isn't that the river there?
Mm-hmm.
And she'll trace where it started off, and we're going. They might be on the river. Is that part of Philadelphia or not?
Well, if the river is flowing through where we were, then it might be bouncing in and out of the boundary, maybe.
If we can get a hold of records for any boats in the water. They usually keep track of that.
Does anybody have connections to get records, or could we just, I don't know, walk in and
Smart enough
find
to.
a way to do it?
I'm not that good with technology, unfortunately. Nor
Neither.
do I have connections.
I've got a contact, but it's not for this, and I don't think it would really be helpful, unfortunately.
Would Liam know anybody?
Liam's contacts are primarily in the crime division. I wouldn't say that there's too much in the naval or shipping department. However, there would be another option.
Oh,
You guys could ask for your plant back. That is a thing that you could do.
Catherine looking at everyone saying basically no one has connections or techno. Can we get the plant back, even temporarily?
That would mean going to the Chantry.
No, we don't have to
Oh.
go to Chantry. We can
Uh,
see if I can call Primogen Islington and see if he would be willing to let us borrow it for the purpose and then bringing it back. Although, again, bringing this thing, it's bigger. It was significantly bigger, even from the short time that we had it to when I brought it out, and it was bulky. So walking or driving around is probably going to be the only way we can do it, and we are going to have to mask and glove up.
Ryan,
Yeah.
does the Malkavian Primogen have any good words that was said about Primogen Islington? But because I feel like Boone
So-
would have never met Islington, but he probably would
Dr.
have
De
heard.
La Cruz would have spoken actually very highly of Islington as a fellow academic and researcher, and he actually keeps him in very high regard.
So Boone does not like him. Cool, good to know. Because how dare he be better than me?
Maybe someone can call and they can tell us what the plant's pointing out and do it that way too.
Mhm.
Assuming
An open line. That way we don't have to go get the plant and risk ourselves that way. And they can just kind of direct us on where it's pointing.
true,
That's not going to give us an accurate read, though.
that is part of our problem.
Not for a moving
And
target.
you said it's bigger. What vehicle are we going to put it in that's bigger?
Like
Yeah.
van big, ambulance big.
We could
No.
probably it might be still big enough to fit in the back of my car, but the thing is that it will have to be like, especially if someone's riding around with me. So it's just a matter of it can take up the space. We just might, one, have to take separate vehicles, and two, make sure we know for sure where the boundaries of the Prince's territory is so we can toe the line but not step over it, because I am not wanting to piss anybody off, and I am not wanting to deal with certain people. So
I might, and a very key word there, might, be able to figure out a way of getting eyes over the border.
how would you be able to do that?
I have particular skills in mind that I could potentially use, but it's a last resort.
So we exhaust all of our other options first, and if we can't get any information after we do that, we do your thing. This way we don't have to put you at risk unless it's absolutely necessary.
If it is absolutely necessary, I'm willing to do it. But it will be quite taxing. Let's put it that way.
And in those gift baskets that were so graciously left for you guys, there were also some notes about a city fleet that offers, for lack of a better term, rentals. So there is a chance that you could get your hands on, say, a cargo or passenger van if the need arose. But what is it that the coterie wants to do? Are we going to go ask the Tremere for the plant back? Do we want to travel up to the northern border and just see what we see? Or are we risking some self-harm to do some special spying, even though we don't really know where to spy in particular?
I believe that going to the Tremere and asking if we cannot get our plant back, we can at the very least form some sort of correspondence.
That would probably be the best bet.
Because at the very because as much as this sounds ridiculous, we do need that plant.
Is there a way to make the plant smaller?
Aside from cutting it up, I do not see
Taking
how.
cuttings don't work. Whenever I took a cutting from it, it stopped tracking.
Not a cutting, but like
Are you talking about like a trimming or almost shaping like you would like a hedge or an indoor tree? Is that what Thomas is trying to get across?
does it have what do you call
Multiple
them when they start branching out and making little babies on it and you like move
But-
to a different pot?
A seedling?
seedlings. Depends on how fast this thing grows. It's possible, but there's no guarantee that it would work, especially if you separate it from the main plant.
But
Question.
the same soil.
Question for the ST.
Mm-hmm.
Weren't there multiple plants like this at Strain's house?
You guys only found the one. The rest seem to be your everyday run-of-the-mill cannabis plant.
Moriarty makes a note.
I can always call and see if we can
Call
Borrow the
them
plant?
and see what you can find out, and we can go from there.
Can you put it on speaker?
Of course.
So, Oscar's gonna dial up Primogen Islington.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, then I would like to welcome one of our good friends, Basics of the Game, to the stage as Primogen Jonathan Stanley Islington.
Yay, welcome.
Forgot his name was long as hell.
You gotta give the man his proper titles, all right? He's a Primogen.
That was
A
a
lot
boon
older
moment
than
if
you.
ever I heard one.
Oh, God.
So, Oscar dialing the number to contact Primogen Islington via the number that you gave them. The proper phone that, however you have it set up, would ring.
Good evening, Jonathan Stanley. How can I assist you?
Hi, this is hold on, I gotta get mask names right because I never assume that phones are secure. Pardon me a moment. I'm sorry. Because I've got Hi, it's Mr. Callum Ryan. We spoke the other evening.
Ah, Mr. Ryan, yes. What can I do for you?
I was wondering the sample that I brought to you.
Yeah.
Is there any way that we how's it? You are on speakerphone. I apologize. My group and I are taking this call together. I'm trying to figure out.
Can we have the plant temporarily, please?
I assume that your companion has advised you of the hazardous nature of the fauna in question.
Mm-hmm.
He has
Hey.
indeed.
See, yes.
Ah, I see. Well then, why do you need the plant?
Direction.
We're looking to give it back to its original owner. If that makes sense.
And this would aid you in that process, you think?
We know.
No, you assume. You don't know. If you knew you wouldn't need the plant, you wouldn't have come to me.
Boone is gripping his pencil and you hear it crack.
Making assumptions leads you down wrong paths all the time. Now, it may be of assistance. I believe I suggested some precautions.
I gave them to them. I made sure.
Mask and gloves.
And to keep our wits about us.
I see. Well, I do see that not all of my suggestions were taken to heart. Very well. I will take in insurance. A boon. A favor, as it were. Once you return it, you no longer owe. Once you return the plant, you will no longer owe the favor. You understand?
So, the Primogen is offering a boon as collateral in case he doesn't get the plant back. If you guys decide to keep the plant, you'll owe a boon to the Primogen. If you use it and return it, there will be no boon on the books.
Is this a group boon or is this a single individual?
This would be your group.
Boone breaks his pencil. Like snaps it.
I want to ensure that you take the safety seriously. This seems like the best way to make sure.
Of course.
Liam looks at Oscar
Mm-hmm.
and very, without words, just gives him a nod as if to say, I'm on board with this.
Mm. Oscar's going to look at everybody and make sure that everybody is on board with this before accepting that collateral damage.
Boone is like shaking his head no, but then if he sees everyone else going, then he'll switch to
Reluctantly.
yeah.
Captain also reluctantly nods.
Make sure we protect the plant then.
Very good. I will have the plant prepared for you and delivered. I should warn you, there have been other things of similar nature in the fauna of this area that have become more aggressive. One would even find the rare carnivorous varieties available.
What
So,
did they tell you?
regardless of what you were trying to tell me, I didn't rule it out as a possibility. I just said that the one that we had did not have them.
The flora in this is, we've heard reports of some samples being found by interested parties around the penitentiary that are more aggressive and carnivorous.
Were they also pointing in the same direction as the one we had? or just the one that we had?
The other samples would not have shown those same kind of signs.
Islington is not answering.
Oh, good.
So that's a no. Cool.
All righty. Well,
Just a small question. If we were to come across more of these plants, what would your suggestion be?
Well, report it and avoid approaching. Report it to the authorities and avoid approaching. It appears that the directionality may be only related to the specimen that we are currently speaking of.
has it gotten any bigger?
A little bit, but we've been keeping it in a good environment.
Would we need to bring perhaps a larger vehicle to transport it in?
I find that such matters usually work best with a van, just for all the purposes that might be required. For instance, if you have to acquire other items in your search, having enough space to store it is good. It also gives you a bit more room. It's generally a good idea for operational issues.
It is probably the safer bet.
Fine enough. Use that fancy business card that we got.
Shall I have it taken to some place to be picked up by you? Then, are we in agreement, Mr. Ryan?
I do believe we are. As far as where, it's just a matter of like kind of Oscar's voice will drop to sort of a whisper and go, "Do we want to bring it here?"
Probably best not to.
No,
Catherine's going to shake her head.
no.
Probably should find a halfway point.
I can have someone take it to the place we last met. That seems to be a secure location that you seem to feel more comfortable in.
Of course, we can do that. We will get our mode of transportation taken care of and meet you at that particular location.
One of my people, but yes.
Well, whichever needs doing.
I understand. I trust now that the deal is in place, you will treat it with care and tell us how it goes.
Absolutely.
If you see any unusual behavior from the plant, please let me know.
We have our own little note taker here. We'll make sure that anything of note happens, you'll be kept appraised of it.
Of course, of course. Well, Miss Ryan, it's been a pleasure, of course. Feel free to call me again when you have better company.
And
Thomas is going to look at Catherine at that one.
no, Oscar knows and is going to pick up the phone and like kind of take it off speaker and put it to his ear and say something to the effect of, "I'll take you up on that cup of tea sometime. You had some interesting things to say near the end of our meeting that admittedly caught my curiosity, but when duty doesn't prevent us from being too involved, I would love to come by for that."
Of course. By all means, feel free to call anytime.
Will you have a good evening, Mr. Stanley? Thank you for doing business with us.
Of course. Have a good evening.
And he'll put the phone back in. Oscar will hang up, put it back in his pocket, and just kind of sit and go. And when did you all make get the vehicle taken care of? I got something to take care of for a moment. Senora Diadamo, do you mind coming with me for a moment? I do need to ask you about something.
And she'll get up and hold her book to herself and bring it with.
Oscar's going to go into another room and basically his room at the Coterie Haven and just kind of like slowly walk into the room and shut the door and going to look at her and go, any particular reason why I was advised on your involvement, and there was something to the effect that you might have been responsible for some death. Now, if you don't absolutely feel comfortable telling me, I'm not going to force you, but that was a very, very heavy sticking point with that particular meeting, and I did not want to air it in front of the rest of the group. But
They were supposed to be my family. They're not. And I've had some falling out.
so you are telling me that
They despise me. Openly and fully. The entire family of theirs.
what did you do and why?
I defended myself.
Can I insight check that, please?
Sure.
I'm so tired of this shit.
Sure. Catherine, are you attempting to sell that as your answer?
That she defended herself? She believes that, yes.
Okay. Oscar, you're going to roll your insight with your current penalty. And
Wait, penalty. This is.
You have to pass that check to get rid of your penalty.
Okay. That literally takes half the pool, but okay.
Do I have to roll against it?
Yes. Yours is going to be a charisma and persuasion. And because she believes this so heavily, add an extra die to the pool.
Wait, so who's rolling which one?
Catherine is rolling the persuasion.
Okay, charisma persuasion. Okay.
Cool.
And an extra die. Okay.
Can I blood search for this?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Persuasion plus an extra die. Okay.
Of course, he's at hunger too. Do I don't add that hunger to the pool that I'm rolling, right? I add it.
No, that hunger takes up after this roll.
Okay, cool.
Let you go first, and then I'll put mine, Drew.
Oh, bull. I'm not having this. Hold on a second. Spending a willpower.
No worries, take your time.
Oh, cool. This is just great. Same problem that got me here in the Gorham first place. Here we go.
Let me laughing, and then I'll go ahead.
That's beautiful, Wolfgar.
I don't need to be giggling like this right now. I really fucking don't. I hate it. I hate it here. I fucking hate it here.
So, your check is still going to pass because while she may or may not be lying, she believes this. You can pick up on that much, that this is what she believes. That is her point of view at the very least. There is no
Good.
evidence of a lie, not from her. Whether or not that's the truth of the situation, kind of moot at that point. However,
Of course.
hey, a messy crit's a messy crit, okay?
I'm aware. I'm aware. I just want to know what I'm going to hit it with this time.
You are going to deal with the paranoia compulsion.
It's fitting. Yeah. So Oscar's just going to look kind of at Catherine's just like, all right. I guess we just need to be careful because trusting and verifying is something that we are going to have to do moving forward. I'm not saying you have to tell everybody, and I don't expect you to. The fact that you told me, I will keep it as close to the chest as I'm able. Just be careful, and maybe we just be the ones to deal with the local scholars. I don't want to make you any more.
That would be best.
All right. Well,
They tend to hold grudges.
most kindred do. Now, I'm going to. We can leave at the same time. It doesn't necessarily matter. Let's just get back in the other room before people think I am taking advantage of you. And Oscar will walk up out the door, open it, and
Catherine's just gonna sigh.
Boone is just staring.
Thomas is going to be staring very intently at that room.
Oh, Sam.
Yeah, Thomas, it's, I think a certain phrase that you said to Mr. Moriarty comes to mind, doesn't it? Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page. All right.
So,
Liam is going to call up the rental company and get a van. But something I think would be very interesting for Boone at this point is that before he does it, he takes off his glasses, and Boone can see full-on orange eyes.
you shouldn't have said that because now Boone is gonna walk over and go, "Can I?" And just kind of point at your face.
touch your face.
Can you what?
Examine.
He wants to look at your eyes.
Mm-hmm. Deeply.
Hopefully, while they're still in your head, maybe.
Yeah, I won't pop them out unless.
Actually, yeah.
No.
Keep that in your back pocket, Doc. Could be fun later, huh?
I mean, I am an expert
help.
at popping out appendages and organs. So
You can try, Mr. Pierce. You can try. I
But,
do appreciate the enthusiasm.
can I
But
please
yes,
look?
yes.
He's one of those doctors that have those like light pins. So he's like
Say,
opening. Yeah, he's like opening your eye and just like.
While I'm making the call.
So you make this call. It rings a couple times. Hello, delivery service, vehicles and customs.
Hi, yes. I would like to rent a van for the evening.
Regular or custom deluxe?
What's the difference?
Price tag, sweetie. Come on, get with the picture.
Regular will do. Regular will very much do.
All right. She'll give you an address like, come by in about 20 minutes. We'll have it all fueled up and ready to go for you.
Perfect, thank you.
If you do not
And
play
then just-
with that voice in anything that I am playing with you in, I swear, Ryan, I'm gonna be so disappointed. I didn't even know you could do that. That was great.
Accents is a strong thing for me. I'm relatively good at them. Some I will not attempt. Others, like the Southern drawl right here, y'all have heard this one in many times before.
Oh, absolutely.
Some of y'all met me with this force.
Yes,
Oh.
it did.
In a different lifetime.
Mhm, mhm.
In another life.
Different city, different venture. So
Love the fact it was still
Before
a
you
venture.
were.
Oscar knows that the plant is on its way to Elysium beneath the museum. Liam now knows that they are able to go pick up a van in about 20 minutes.
He's also partially blind from just having
All right,
Having
wait,
a finger.
don't move. He like smacks his, Liam's hand if he like raises a hand or something. All
Like,
right.
he would have that. So I like to think like as he moves the hand down, like having hung up.
So, what's the deal on the vehicle? And Oscar is kind of just a look is going between Boone and Liam, and kind of just making sure that Liam is okay, and making sure Boone isn't like gonna jab the pin in his eye or something weird.
Well, I will say though that for those who are paying attention, Boone is like very, very, very precise with like every movement. He's making sure not to like stick his finger in a very important part of his eye, but he is like looking behind his eye and he's like just looking for any abnormalities because he's never gotten a chance to examine an eye of a Zamiti before, and he's taking his fucking opportunity right now.
Yeah, you know what, Boone? That's an interesting turn of phrase. Why don't you give me an dexterity and investigation?
I'm gonna wait until he makes that roll because I've got something. Oh, Liam is feeling mischievous tonight.
You said
dear
dexterity
Jesus.
and investigation.
Caffer's just watching the whole thing play out.
Dexterity and investigation.
I'm gonna not blood surge because him at 4 is not good for nobody.
No.
No.
Just let me know when you make that roll.
No.
1 success.
Damn.
So while Boone is trying his best to be precise, he's so fascinated that like he's got a thumb jabbing in one side of Liam's eye,
Yeah.
holding the eyelid open with the other, shining the light in.
Do you know
And
what?
it is not comfortable.
Do you know what? That actually makes this all the more poignant because like they will just get like he watches Oscar and Catherine come back into the room, and like where he's just feeling so uncomfortable with this, he just kind of like, okay, I feel like that's enough, and he's going to activate Eyes of the Beast.
Oh.
I don't think Boone thinks of that. He just goes, "Oh,
Let's see. That is what, Protean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Doesn't require a rouse check.
No.
The eyes just glow.
Yep, that's it.
So he's literally like looking through like I'm getting like one of those magnifying glasses, and then the eyes will literally just like light bulbs, just like.
Boone!" Like when you do it, Boone's eyes whiten like a creature that loves fire. Just kind of.
The whites of the eyes also turn black, and his pupils slit.
Oh,
And
that's fucking cool.
And it looks like looking at it. It's like the eyes of a snake when it comes to Liam.
Boone will then immediately stop because now that it's out of the realm that he is familiar with, and he is getting uncomfortable. So he stops.
No.
Oh no. So he stops and then he goes, I have so many questions, but I'll wait until after we're done with our business. Thank you very much. And you might want to watch your eye because I had you don't want to know.
Oh, I very much do.
No, you don't.
Okay.
All right, if
And
we're
then
done
antagonizing
playing
each other.
handsies here, let's get on.
Eyes just go back to normal, and then he puts the glasses back on.
Who's doing what? How did you fare with finding the vehicle?
They said that they would be with us at this particular location in about 20 minutes.
Okay. So so there's that, and we're meeting on Elysium grounds to pick up the plant.
Indeed.
Do we
Hey.
all have Mr. Dr. Boone? Do you happen to have gloves or like?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay,
I
so you
have
least like
about-
latex.
I have a 10-pack.
Oh, cool. Although, quick question, ST, just for clarification, the
Mhm.
gloves that were used were stronger than the latex, were they not? They were.
No, it seemed like medical gloves.
Okay, then never mind. Everybody's got masks and everybody's got
It
gloves.
went. They said to glove up, and Oscar had mentioned I got fingerless ones in the car, and the Tremere kind of did the exacerbated Jeremiah sigh that we were all so familiar with, and like, no, not that kind of glove.
Like it.
Actual gloves.
Yeah, no, but it says, let's divvy those up, and whenever the van gets here, we can put them on and make our way to Elysium.
Do we need to hide our features and everything also?
No,
Well, I know I do.
Okay.
I don't necessarily need
Don't think
to.
Well, we
The
are
mask-
potentially doing something that is very odd and criminal, yes?
that is.
I've got a balaclava, but I've only got the one.
Well, with my experience, the authorities here in Philly are what would you call douche nuggets.
Aren't they in most places?
I've never heard that term used in my entire life.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It's a great American turn of phrase because we certainly didn't use it in Ireland.
It's accurate. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah,
So let's go get the
Not at
car and
the car's coming here, right? Or are we picking up the car?
If I remember correctly, ST is at a particular location.
Yes, it is at a particular location.
Whose car
It's
are we gonna
actually
take?
about 4 blocks away from Elysium.
Whose car are we gonna take?
Yeah, who's
Yours,
going where?
not mine.
I can
I would
fit
like-
5 comfortably.
I would like to be with Oscar, so
Okay. How you said you can fit? So we can all potentially fit in your car, Mr. Pierce.
Yes, comfortably.
Okay then.
Sounds like a plan.
Sure. Let's just do that, I suppose.
That does actually remind me, before we head off, I got some, what's the best way of putting it? Housewarming gifts, I suppose, since we're all now working together. And then he's going to reach into the bag and pull out 2 books, head over to Catherine, and just hand them over and just like, these are for you.
Grazie.
Boone looks
And
jealous.
she'll take them. I'll be right back. I'll put these away. And she's gonna take those 2 books plus the one she's already carrying back to her own room.
He then heads over to Oscar, and he just hands him a book as well, and he just goes, and he just goes, he's just like, and this is for you as well.
Oh, thank you. And Oscar will walk to his respective room to go put it back.
Boone looks even more jealous.
He goes to Boone. He's like, here's one for you as well.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And then he looks at like side-eye glance at Thomas before reaching into the bag and pulling out another book and just like, and this is for you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. What's the book about?
I was about to say, what are the books?
Yeah, I'm curious. And no
What are
one
these?
fucking bothered to ask.
Yeah.
What are these books, Mr. Moriarty?
Okay, let me just get the list.
Oh, I love that you got a fucking list for it.
Yeah, he does
So-
have a list.
So for Catherine, he got her a book called Human Anatomy, depicting the body from Renaissance to today,
Ah,
and Master and Commander. one of many novels. For Oscar, he got Sherlock Holmes and the Final Problem by Arthur Conan Doyle.
Good book.
For Boone, Anatomicum by it's effectively a human anatomy book. And for Thomas, he got him Don Quixote.
That is the funniest shit.
This is fucking gold. It's book language. It's book language. You can tell if he likes you by the book he's giving.
It is the ever so slightest fuck you ever.
Oh, I love this so much.
And he made a point. He made a point of giving Catherine's books first.
And
Oh
that
yeah,
she got
Thomas
two of
knows
them.
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that she
did
got two of them.
All right.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, after having been given these gifts, would the coterie kind of decide that it's time to saddle up and mosey out?
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, headed out. Where is the first stop, Thomas, since you are driving? Are we headed to go get the van or to go get the plant?
We're gonna go get the van.
All right. Headed down to the location that was given to you over the phone. Liam kind of like, hey, it's here. You're able to navigate relatively easy. You get in to a large parking lot. There seems to be all kinds of white cargo, like city vans and box trucks. You guys are approached by a young woman in a business outfit. Like, so which one of y'all called the office?
That would be me.
All right.
And Catherine will point at him.
Good, good. So are y'all with him?
Yes.
Cool, cool. She'll hold out the keys.
It'd take them.
As you reach for them, she's like, but you owe the business a small favor.
But of
The
course.
lot of you.
Okay.
Oh.
We have to.
Fine.
Good doing business with you.
You have a pleasant evening now.
And the van that it unlocks is really just that basic white van, no windows in the back whatsoever, and it's got the 2 seats up front. That's it.
Noted.
So a number of you are sitting on the floor.
Liam just looks at Oscar and just goes, it's like the old days.
Yeah. It wouldn't be the first time I've had to throw you in the back of a van. And he's going to reach over to Liam's hand and pluck the keys. You're not driving.
Oh, no. Absolutely. You go for it.
Oh, you guys don't want to run over a fledgling tonight?
No, but like Oscar's seeing that there's only one of this is I'm going to drive this over so I can pick up the plant. Who all is coming into the van?
Me.
Okay,
So.
you.
I could
Anybody
meet
else?
you over at.
It's likely
The
not a
meeting
good
spots.
idea for me to go with.
Oh,
You can ride in my car.
Actually, I gotta go into the house real quick. Hold on. And Boone gonna go and like take off his doctor's coat and anything that identify him as relating anything to his place of business or haven. And he's gonna put on all the medical equipment and a bandana, so like pretty much covering like his full identity except for his eyes, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the latex gloves and the mask, all that.
All right. So the two of you load up in the van and drive that over. Thomas, you just kind of following and driving in the parking lot. All right.
Yeah.
So two vehicles will pull over, kind of parking side by side. The two of you are able to dismount and go inside. While I figure the rest of you kind of just roll down the windows and smoke them if you got them. Inside, you will go to the exact same room where you met Mr. Islington and Miss LeClaire. And inside is a little polite yet shaky little fellow. And I'd like to introduce you guys to the ghoul named Jerry.
Jerry the Ghoul!
Oh, buddy.
Oh, look at him. The littlest boy. This is going to be freaking hilarious.
He is best boy.
Could you please describe to me like his anatomy, how he looks? Super scrawny.
Man's just going to eyeball him.
I will strike you.
What?
He's just a little guy who seems almost entirely too enthused to be here.
Oh, that's a little disturbing.
It is almost difficult to see the man's face behind the plant because he's got it in a bear hug, waddling over to you.
Mhm.
I was able to come as soon as I could, but here's your plan.
Yeah, Oscar, having donned before he walked in, donned the mask and donned the gloves, will reach over and pick it up because thank you. Give Primogen Islington my regards.
After it's out of his hands, he looks a little squirrely and then makes it a point to look at you as if you are a complete and total nutter. I'll give Mr. Stanley your regards.
Thank you. And Oscar will give a little head tilt of respect and start making his way out. How big is this thing?
Thanks to the efforts of who knows who did it, you assume Miss LeClaire, the Oracle, is the one behind its maintenance. It's relatively trimmed down to its original size.
Okay. So, look at you.
I mean, it's still a big plant.
Okay.
Right? This is a cannabis plant that not only has been well taken care of, but is also mutated. So,
Pamela, good to see you again. Let us make our way. And is going to just
yeah, Boone, you would take note of Oscar calling it Pamela.
Yeah, Boone is like kind of. I think this is the first judging look he has given Oscar. He's like, Pamela.
It was given a name. I'm just. Right. It's just giving it a name.
Am I the only one that's never seen Little Shop of Horrors? I mean, that has seen Little Shop of Horrors.
When did that movie come out?
Nope, we're not talking about that. I'll just show you the movie.
I've seen that movie. It's a good one.
Oh, shit, I forgot you.
It's been a while.
Oh, God.
All of us here. So Oscar just comes waddling out with the plant and is immediately going to load up into open the back of the van.
Liam will help out with that. Liam will help open the doors and everything.
Yes, this is yet another thing that the Oracle has pack bonded to.
This is great. This is wonderful. And
it's fine.
So,
if you guys are lucky, maybe you'll find the other thing tonight.
I don't know.
And maybe if the prince finds out about it, it'll just be something else he can adopt.
You said the quiet part out loud, my friend. In any case,
somewhere deep in the bowels of Elysium, John's brow furrows, and although he has no pulse, a vein pops out of his forehead.
It's like the X-shaped. It's like the X-shaped.
The anime one, like.
Yes.
Oh goodness. So at this point, once the plant is situated in the back of the van with whoever is going to be riding in the van. So who all is riding in the van?
Me,
Liam.
Okay. So effectively, we've put the two people that have the most hostility with each other in the same car together. I absolutely here for this. They need to have this conversation. So,
Oh no.
So,
yeah, nope. Oscar's not doing it on purpose. Wolfgar is a little bit, but Oscar is not.
so once more, having your floral homing beacon, or the homie beacon, as some might call it. Whichever one of
Bad.
you in the van feels the most comfortable giving directions as you watch the flowers kind of turn and point as you're driving can give me a wits and streetwise.
Yeah, that's not a big role for me. I'm gonna let somebody else do that.
What was it again? What was the role?
Wits and streetwise.
Good thing I'm not in a van.
Oh, that's actually a pretty decent pull for me.
That's not bad.
And I've lost the dice. I've lost the box of doom. There it is. Got it. And I'm at hunger 1.
Yep.
And
Okay. Do you want to ride with that, or do you want to do anything to it?
how much have I got? How much willpower have I got?
You have 3 left.
I am going to ride with it for now.
Okay, that's fine. So, as you guys are driving, the camera kind of pulls back away from the van, turns, and comes in nice and smooth through the windshield of this lovely car to the 2 people sitting within. Is there any conversation that happens between the 2 of them? I know one of them might be biting at the chomping at the bit is the term to have some words.
Does one of them have their phone out to take directions from the other car, or are we just kind of following along?
Right now, you're just following along.
Okay.
Getting awfully chummy with some of the guys there, aren't you?
Not that it's any of your business.
Okay, you made your point.
Already. And how does that, Mr. Pierce?
I had to replace the tire of my car. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about.
About what?
You left a fucking flower by my slashed tire.
When did this happen? I did nothing of the sort. I didn't even know where you were until we all met up. As far as I knew, you had gone on to New York or wherever you were planning on heading to. So why would I care? And how would I know where your car was?
That's right. You rarely ever fucking leave your shop, do you?
Correct. So before you make assumptions, make sure you have all the proof you need.
It's a fucking flower, a black dahlia. The
And
fuck
I'm
was
one
I
of-
supposed to think?
And I'm one of a dozen shops, if not more, in the city. And
You're the
black
only one I
dahlias
know
are
that does
usually,
flowers.
and usually black dahlias are for funeral arrangements. The last funeral arrangement I did was maybe 3 months ago. And they certainly didn't have black dahlias.
You're
So
still the
instead
only
of a
person I know that does flowers.
And you automatically assumed.
I wouldn't have put it past you to be angry with me, all right?
Okay, let's see. What do I usually do when I'm angry with someone or I'm trying to defend myself? Did you ever put that through your 6 skull? I hide. I run. I do not have conflict that I cannot defend myself in.
What was
Why
there
would
to
I go
defend
after
me
you?
from?
Why would I even purposely go to try to piss you off when I didn't even know where you were? You're the one who said to leave. No, nada.
It was for your own good.
Oh, and how's that? Because it seems like you have brought trouble to my shop. Again. You are the one that's caused this. Your brother came to my shop. But either him or whoever the other woman is threw a brick through my window. They threatened me. They thought I had you. So why would I go out slashing a tire about it when I don't even know where you're at?
Right.
And when they asked,
right.
I told them nothing.
Told them nothing.
Your
about
brother
you.
asked where you were at, and I told him nothing. I did not know.
Despite all of everything, you still protected me.
And I told you as long as you were in the city. And that's why I did not know you were in the city, technically, but still.
You weren't supposed to be involved with it.
Yet I am. Thanks to you. So before you go accusing me of things, did you have any proof that it was me besides a random flower that could have been gotten anywhere? Did you even check where the flower may have came from? Did you check any possible security cameras?
I haven't gotten anything back on the security cameras yet. All right. And you want me to
So you just
apologize?
automatically assumed.
It was a fucking flower.
That could have been gotten from anywhere. You're not that much of an idiot. Well, this might show that you are, but that's besides the point.
Right. Well, sorry that you got dragged into this then. Sorry that I assumed.
We'll see if you actually mean that.
So, with this lovely talk having happened, the camera pulls out once more and follows the two vehicles as it travels. How we doing, guys? So we got everyone at least feeling blue, no yellows around here? Awesome. See, we have fun here, guys. These guys are wonderful role players. They get into character so well, and they can pop right back out. They're very talented. So, Liam, since you were kind of guiding Oscar as they drive, where this kind of leads you is along the east side of Philly. You end up driving up 95 most of the way before it kind of like starts to, the flowers go from pointing like northeast, and they start to turn to the right as you head north, almost pointing due east at one point. You guys will have to take an exit, kind of bust around and come back down north and somehow get onto North Delaware and onto Beach Street to where when you finally get to this place to where like the flowers seem to be pointing at, you were sitting at a pier just outside James J. Anderson Construction. And yeah.
Sorry. When we are driving, the whole time Oscar wants to make sure that we are not leaving territory. Are we still within the prince's domain?
Yeah.
Okay, that is all I needed to know.
No. I will always warn you if you're about to cross a border.
Okay,
I'm
thank
not
you.
that much of a jerk.
I appreciate this. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we found him. Why are all these weird-looking kindred surrounding us?
This isn't where I parked my car. But
Mr. Sexton, I think we've just started a war.
Whoops.
Yeah, I'm not out to kill you guys. I just go to other streams and I roll in the beta and end up killing players over there. Just ask the guys at Shattered Tabletop. They'll tell you about it. So as you guys kind of pop out of the van, maybe park the car and get out, at the pier by this construction place, you can easily see this enormous cargo freighter that's been like pulled up alongside the piers. There's some other smaller like tugboats and some like cranes and stuff. This does seem to be like where they put stuff on and off boats for their construction company. The only thing that really seems out of place might be that cargo ship. Or maybe there's something inside the warehouse that's sitting right there. Those probably seem like the two places that have enough room to hide something.
So what Oscar's going to do is do the whole like angle it more towards one building versus what the other, and really try to see if it adjusts too terrible much and see if it narrows down an area.
All right. Give me a wits and awareness as you do that.
Okay, cool. Fine. This is fine. I gotta actually double check what that pool is. Hold on. I don't really think I need to do anything with that. I'm okay with that.
No. Yeah, that'll be more enough. So as you kind of do this, like, no, do you like that one? No, do you like that one? It definitely seems to point more at that cargo freighter. And it's, you guys have all seen movies where like there's a drug or gun deal and there's this huge ship and people are taking stuff off the boat. Except there doesn't seem to be a lot of movement. There's no crates going on and off. So yeah, it definitely points at that.
Yeah, so Oscar will look back at the group assembled and will say, it looks like the cargo freighter over there. That one, the one looks out of places where it seems to be favoring, points to the plant. So what would we like to do here?
Well, these things are usually guarded, aren't they?
Do we notice anyone on the freighter or near it?
Give me a resolve and awareness since we're being very methodical about that.
Can I make that roll too?
Yeah, whoever would like to.
Catherine would like to activate Sense the Unseen.
Okay.
Resolve and awareness.
Don't risk it for the biscuit. Don't risk it for the biscuit. Don't risk it for the biscuit.
See, we got a 2.
Do I need to roll for Sense the Unseen?
No, that's an automatic thing.
Okay. I just want to make sure I haven't used it.
Nope. That is a passive ability that lets you see obfuscated things and spirits, as well as some other lovely things behind the scenes. So I got a 4, I got a 2. Are those the only rolls we got?
Yes.
If I was to use Eyes of the Beast, would that help in this particular situation?
I would probably grant you a 1 die bonus to that for just seeing in the dark.
May I use that then? Just
Yeah,
roll
by all means.
roll an extra die.
All right, so that is 5 for you on that crit and 4 for Boone. Between the two of you, as you guys kind of look, you have to like get up to this chain link fence, kind of like peek through. But where the boat is kind of docked up against the pier, running long ways like you would typically see in a movie. The ramp coming down off the boat, and at the bottom of that ramp sit two armed individuals with some kind of firearm.
So,
Yes.
do we
And
get
then-
to have some fun, or are we just gonna stay in the van?
We don't need this to be a breach. Whatever we do, we've got to make sure we cover our tracks and don't make a mess.
Agreed.
Well, you all are
There's
definitely
someone
right.
we can call that we can find out who this boat belongs to.
I don't have any. Quick question out of character, would a cop be able to tell me if who owns the boat by the dock?
No. You'd have to track down the proper paperwork.
Cool. I
If there's a dock authority or maybe somebody that works at the building, because it's parked basically at this construction company. But a general
Catherine will
beat
suggest
cop?
that
No.
someone
Okay.
send off a message. Jackson, one of us should send off a message about our location.
can do that. I will send a message to our Miss Valentina.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Let her know where we're at. That way, if anything happens,
True
they're at
enough.
least aware of our last location.
Yeah.
Ask
So-
her if she can get any information on the boat.
I suppose I can do that.
Is there a name on the boat?
That they would
from
What's
this-
the name?
Or ID or something like that?
From this distance, you can't really tell.
we'd have to get closer. So, okay. So at this point, Oscar's going to hop back in the van and shut it so he doesn't have to, and is going to call Valentina
Mhm.
because this is too much to communicate over text.
It rings. She picks up. What can I do for you? Have you guys broken something, or is this good news?
This is good news. I believe so. We commandeered the plant from the local scholars. It has led us to insert location where we are.
The pier by the construction company.
Yes. There is a cargo ship that looks a bit promising, but we do not know who owns it, and it is guarded by at least two people that we can see.
Okay. Don't break any of the rules. Don't leave a mess behind.
Okay. Would you be able? Is it within your power to get us any information on this, on who owns it?
What's the name of the ship?
We don't have that.
So you would like me to look up a random boat parked on a random location?
You know what? You make a lot of valid points. A lot of valid points.
I at least need an ID number or a GPS tag number. They usually have those. Or the name of the ship. I need something. Otherwise, I just have a boat.
Okay. Yeah, at this point. So, like, one moment. Oscar will mute the phone and then open the door and go, "Hey, one of y'all, come here. Y'all come here. Come here.
Yes. What?
Mhm. Yeah.
She needs an ID number or the name of the ship."
Do we
Any
see
of us
that?
get close enough?
Yeah, I was about to say.
From this distance, you are not able to. You will have to get closer.
Where does the name of a ship or number usually?
The
Where's it
back of the
usually
boat or
printed?
side? Back and
So
side,
for
basically.
cargo ships this size, it is typically somewhere along the side, as well as a stenciled on tracking or serial number. It's just how this thing is parked. You guys can't get the angle on it.
We're going to have to get closer.
Yes. So
Who's getting closer? Can any of us?
Who can do the sneaky bit?
I can.
Not me.
I can.
Do you feel confident enough in your to go get the information and come back?
You can try.
Not go alone.
At least they won't hear me and nothing else.
Okay. You should not
But
go.
if someone has, certainly, but too
I
many of
could-
us going to make too much noise.
I could potentially act as a distraction.
Oh, distraction.
But we
Oh,
don't want to
So-
make too much noise.
no, we can't. Not direct. So
We just
What?
need to get the name of it, right?
yeah, just the name or the ID number.
Then okay. I'll get myself nice and quiet here and I'll go see if I can get the name.
You should not go alone. So whoever feels
Ma-
comfortable going with
Too
her.
many of us means too many people they could potentially see.
True,
Jeez.
but if you're, there's got to be a way for you to get a signal out to us if shite goes sideways.
I mean,
I'm sure I can make enough noise one way or another.
oh well, we all have each other.
She'll make
Fun.
enough noise if there's a problem.
Well, how about
Give
you
her a
just call?
chance. Let her do it.
You can just call one of us.
Look,
and,
I'm the smallest one here. I'm pretty sure I'm the quietest one here.
More than
All right.
As long as someone can get me in there, I can at least try.
All right, then Husker will get out, and we'll kind of sort of walk up to the entrance to the area that is cordoned off, so to speak,
Mhm.
and we'll just.
Is there a gate?
That's
Yeah.
what I said.
It's basically a chain link fence that runs the perimeter with a chained up and padlocked door.
Yeah, no.
Is there any alarms on there?
Give me a resolve an investigation.
Oh yeah.
Oh, someone else may do that one.
It's gonna be Catherine or Oscar because they are the two up against
Yeah.
this fence doing it.
Resolve and investigation.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a pool of 3.
So do I. Okay, let's do this.
I'll give you a help die. You probably got the technology to find this.
Let's see. Let's see. Pool, resolve investigation.
Does she get a help die for me?
Sure, we can do that.
Okay.
So I can have an extra die. Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. It's a pool of 4 for you.
Yep.
But,
This is about to be fun.
doesn't look like it.
Oh no. For the love of God.
Before we start breaking anything, maybe we can try to open this lock. If anyone better at that than me.
I cannot break. I can
Nice.
break the lock. I cannot pick it.
What would it be to pick the lock?
Dexterity and larceny.
That's another
Right.
3 pull.
That's 4
Yeah.
dice for me.
Or I could get the bolt cutters.
You know what? With that merit you got, Thomas, I could say you have that.
Yeah.
I can hear
Thomas is going
cars.
to go to his trunk and open it up and grab the bolt cutters.
Would sounds of death cover the noise made by bolt cutters? So,
With
it's saying
Silence of Death.
because I would like to go ahead and activate that.
Obfuscate. Let me just clarify.
I know sounds of death can cover certain noises, but I'm not sure if it will cover.
It covers
that much
the
noise.
noises, your noises.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
There is
Oh.
one that is higher level, but you don't have it.
Yeah, just making sure.
Okay. Can we just
What's the roll for it?
For
ignore
what?
the gates and clip the fence instead?
That would be better. The less amount of noise we make, the better.
make a hole in the fence.
Oh,
Okay.
Won't be too difficult, I feel.
So is that what we're gonna do?
Yep, just big enough for Catherine to get through, which won't
Yeah.
take a whole lot.
So Thomas comes up with the bolt cutters going clink, 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 clink. This probably takes like 5-7 minutes because you got to go wire by wire by wire. And as somebody who may or may not have done something similar to this, it takes a little bit of time. I can neither confirm nor deny. Okay. Whatever I did, I was paid by your U.S. government. It's fine. So,
It was consensus work. It was consensus work, people.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it.
You are able to kind of clip out this person-sized hole to where everybody, who are the taller two? Oscar and Liam?
Liam is as tall as Thomas.
So the
So-
three boys up top here, Oscar, Thomas, and Liam.
Yeah. You are like the 6'2", 6'3" guys who are like, all right, I got this.
Yeah, Liam is 6'1", but yeah, fair enough.
But tiny little Catherine's just like, I don't know what you guys are doing.
Ducking? That's for tall people.
Yeah, it is easy enough to get through there.
All right. So then go. And I have sound stuff activated. So sentience and sound stuff. Okay. And as she walks off, she is completely silent. Not a noise, no matter what she steps on.
Oh, goody. Yeah, Oscar's just gonna pace and wait and kind of go back to the van and cop up on the phone and says, "We are getting that information."
Sneaking up to the boat, right?
Keep in the shadows as much as possible because, flaming red hair.
Give me a dexterity and stealth. You can have a 2-die bonus for silence of death.
Okay. Dexterity. Okay, make sure I'm doing this math right.
Dex plus stealth plus 2.
Dex 2 plus 3. Oh, that's actually not that bad.
You have the advantage of not making a sound, but you're still a bright, flaming red head moving through the dark.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to ride with that?
Nope. Okay.
Okay. Just asking.
how much- Oh, I know. You're good. Let's see.
Look, I asked Leighton the same thing, and he got fine.
Oh, I know. But I'd rather not take the chances.
Right, so we are
Okay. Got one more at least.
burning one for Catherine. All right. And then let me just check a thing. All right. So with the outcomes of those, yeah, you don't seem to get noticed. You're able to get up, kind of like going between like stacks of crates and like lumber supplies, that are like kind of just piled up throughout the pier. You're able to like just peek around the corner, and on the side of this ship is a large title, the VLE. I'm gonna put it in our little private chat so you guys can see it. Is the Vale Sticket.
Okay. Is there any other numbers?
Yeah, it'll have a random serial number that I don't want to generate off the top of my head.
That's fair. All right. But Catherine will get
Frantic typing.
Because with my luck, I'll name a real one and we'll get sued.
Fair. All right. Catherine will get both of those and will quietly make her way back through the fence.
Okay.
Told you I could do it. And she'll give the information to Oscar.
Oscar, hoping that Valentina is still on the phone, will get that information to Valentina and see if she can get anything from it or who owns it.
It's going to take me a few hours. I don't know how long you guys want to wait. This isn't like a 5-minute job, but I can get it.
And so Oscar's just like, so
if we hypothetically go in, get what we need, and get out, but we still have that information, it'll still be just as good. It'll still be important. And so that's the thing. Okay. Still grab that information. We will definitely need it. Although I don't know if we need it. You know what? Get the information. I'll keep you posted. Does that sound good?
Just don't. That's fine. I just don't want to put out any fires tonight, please, and thank you.
We'll do our best.
You do not
And
want to
we'll click and go, okay, it's going to take a few hours for her to get that information as to who owns it. She also said that she does not want to put out any fires tonight. So,
Reconnaissance. Figure out everything that we can about the area. Figure out how many guards there are. What it seems they seem to be shipping. And collect the information. Not draw attention to ourselves.
We also
Okay.
need to- we also need-
Would Catherine notice any other guards besides the two that were armed, or anything else with because she had sense the unseen active too? So
Yeah, no. So Catherine, getting up as close as she did, still only saw these two guys guarding the gangplank that goes up into the ship.
anything special about their, like any markings, anything in particular that way, or no?
Seemed like blacked out uniforms, no insignias, and just some kind of rifle. What's your
Okay.
firearms score?
I
Yeah, no, those definitely
must
shoot
say.
bullets.
I was saying, yeah, no. Catherine will know. I can tell you, I don't know about the guns enough to say what type they were, but their uniforms were strangely. They had no markings, nothing official, like no badge numbers, no names, nada. So,
which Oscar will look over at Liam as if to say, this is sus, because they have definitely probably in New York have dealt with this kind of stuff, and this is absolutely reeks of something suspect.
Usually when there's only two people outside the front guarding it, you usually means that there are more people inside. Either that or it's a skeleton crew. Blacked out uniforms, a rifle of some kind. It's definitely shady to say the least.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take a 7 to 10 minute break, and when we come back, we will see what our neonates decide to do with their newly found information. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hi, sorry about that long wait. We had some technical difficulties on my end. Thanks, Xfinity. You're great. So,
Philly by Night, brought to you by.
definitely not getting sponsored by those guys.
I don't think we'd even want to.
No. So, the Neonates of Philadelphia have cut a hole in the fence, gone and got the name of this ship, got the serial number off, seen that there's only these two guards, and has kind of allowed their shadow to be notified of their going-ons. Fennec makes a great point for that technical difficulty and long wait, brought to you by Pentex.
I understood that reference.
So, what is the next move for our lovely coterie?
So,
Do we hang back and wait however long it takes for Valentina to get the info? Do we try to get on board this ship somehow?
I almost think she said it would take a few hours, so like 2 or 3, I'm guessing.
Probably at least that.
Okay.
That is not a fast process.
It is not. So Oscar's thing is, if it is owned by somebody that is someone we know, someone we deal with, we could potentially see to that we can go through there and do that. However, if it is owned by something that is a separate entity, hunter or otherwise, we don't want to be caught dead in there because that's bad juju. So it's almost so it's real open discussion. Fairly, Oscar's just not really sure which direction to go because if we get on, there's 2 people that we can obviously see, but there isn't anything that was popping out otherwise. Usually, and how big is this ship? Just so I can have
So
big it
here,
is.
I found pictures online. I will drop this version into the Neonates private coterie chat on our Discord server so that they all have a rough idea of what they're looking at.
Oh, I see those things all the time. Okay.
Yeah, right. Anybody that
Yeah.
lives on the coast has probably seen these at least once in their life.
So it's a fairly sizable distance. It's a decently sizable ship enough that we would all have to get on there to look on it, and we would all have to kind of.
For those in the audience that can't see this image, imagine that cargo ship from Jurassic Park: The Lost World, if you're old enough to remember that, where they stored the T-Rex, which was a great idea at the time.
Oh, I know that.
Because everybody loves dinosaurs, right?
So.
Oh.
It's big.
Big ship.
Look, I can sneak around, but if anything happens, I can't really do anything to defend myself. So
we would all have to go on that boat. And it's going to take a while to look through it. So we either go in somewhat blind, or we wait and we cut our time to search by a lot.
And we know for certain it's not on the other side of the ship.
Like, what is on the other side of the ship? Oh,
what
on the other
we're
side of the
looking-
ship
what the plate
is
pointing
water.
Okay, just making sure.
Water.
It's not like parked nose in. It is pulled up along the side.
Mm-hmm.
Depending upon who these people are, we might potentially have the capability of not going in entirely blind.
What do you mean?
How so?
We just go up to them and ask.
Wow, we could.
Very politely.
Sorry, Mr. Charming.
I'm not that. Yeah, I don't have those abilities like that. if that's what you're intending.
Oscar will know this. I've talked my way into a few deals from time to time in the past. I have an ability where I can hear what they're saying or see what they're doing, but and STL character, do either of them appear to be smoking at all?
Let's see. I have many a dice spot in my possession. Let's see what the odds are.
Oh God. I'm waiting for one of the other servers to pop up just to see what you do.
Ha! It's on one you can't see.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, one of them seems to have a cigarette in their hand. Keeps taking it back and forth. You can see the red cherry at the end kind of lighting up in the dark.
How far away is he?
You guys are probably 50, 60 meters away.
Catherine, while they're trying to figure, is there an building that looks like has an office in it or anything like that?
I mean, unless you know about, are you talking about like around the pier or?
Yeah, something that looks like it might have an office or.
Oh yeah, I mean, that construction building definitely has one. It looks like that's where they store all their stuff and ship stuff back and forth. That's got to have an office.
Okay.
I think for this he would consider it, and because of the fact that I have absolutely no idea what I'm walking into, I got 5 dots of health, haven't I?
You have, looking at your sheet, yes, that is correct.
In which case, I need to update the sheet. Everyone will see this. They will see just like him just watching these 2 guards for a bit, and then he'll just be like, probably not. Like I said, we can always go up to them and just ask what they're doing here.
Of course, because them heavily armed. You know what? I will trust in your ability. I have seen you talk your way out of things that you should not have been able to attack or to talk your way out of, and this was before you got all that. So you should not go up by yourself. However, do you?
I would like to go with him if everybody is okay with that.
Okay.
Better than me.
Whoever wishes to come along,
things.
As can I.
Look, 2 peas in a pod.
Well, wonderful. So, do you have the thing for memory, either one of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then. So, as long as one or the both of you have that, you can target one or the other, because the thing that we have to worry about is I know how those abilities work, and they usually only work on one person at a time. So, someone back up to that.
If anything,
you guys are supernatural beings of the undead and the night. Some of you do come equipped with certain abilities of the blood that may come in handy.
That's what we're doing.
That's what
we're talking about. That's what we're trying to figure out, who the 2 people are who are going to go up, and then the rest of us are going to come up behind them and maybe go in that.
Dr. Boone. In order to get close to these individuals, they are going to have to assume that we are not necessarily a threat. They're going to be on high alert. Or at least we can assume that they're going to be on high alert. If they turn out to be 2 bumbling morons, then all the better. But I would suggest... how good are you at acting?
Well, let me look at my handy dandy sheet real quick. And I'll be able to tell you I'm very much so shit at it, but I'm very indirectly honest about things. I don't really have a clue where I'm at, or definitely don't really know exactly where I need to be or go. So, but if things do get out of hand and our abilities do not work, I can separate their trachea from their body. and then we'll be able to hide the body pretty easily because we're by water. So
Let's hope that is the last resort.
Yes,
exactly. Yes. No. I was just putting my talents out there. Oh, but I do have the ability to convince them that we're friends. So if that is a thing, but if these people happen to be bonded to another kindred, and we kind of pick up on that, I have a weird thing that I can do where I can sense that very well. So if that is the case, then I might be able to lead us to more appropriate people. Yeah, that's the word.
that does make sense. And I suppose that if the worst should come to the worst, and he pulls out his Beretta, checks it over, pulls the slider back, puts it back into his holster, and just goes like, "I'll make sure to aim for the head."
I like you. The more we talk.
Last resort.
All right.
We
Okay.
do not
So-
want to start any
Moriarty.
fires.
So Moriarty and Boone are going to go up, and 3 of us are going to wait on standby to be signaled forward or whatever. Someone's going to keep us posted, I'm guessing. Is that what we're doing? Just double check and make sure that's what we're doing. Cool.
Sounds like it.
Awesome. Wait. We hurry up and wait while the two folk go up.
What I will do is if you want to keep tabs on us and if you want to hear the conversation so you'll know when to jump in, I can call you. We'll keep each other on a call, but you make sure you mute yourself. That way you can hear everything's going on. I have you in my pocket, essentially. I
That
used to
would
do
be
that.
a good idea.
I used to
I
do
can
that
do
with
that.
my brother all the time.
I can do that.
All right.
Liam just looks at Oscar, and he just goes, "Keep a light on."
Always.
I
And
don't like the
he's-
fact that he's typing and smiling.
No, it's the typing that I did before session that you guys should always be worried about.
Mhm.
That's terrifying.
I hate all of this. Yeah, no.
Okay.
So Oscar's gonna pull up a call and mute it, and just kind of like, I guess, just because instead of standing outside of the van, that just seems like really opportune. Like,
Inconspicuous.
yeah. So Oscar's gonna look at the 2 of them and go, "You can sit in the car, or I'm gonna sit in the van. We don't need to be standing out here for as long as this. I can keep you posted, or whatever." And so Oscar's gonna hop in the van
All right.
with the call for Boone, just make sure he can hear when or how this is going to go, if it goes up at all.
And what about Thomas and Catherine? What are they doing?
Thomas is going to look to Catherine and see which direction she's going.
She hasn't decided yet. She's gonna move to the side of the van, at least out of sight of the buildings, if nothing else. But
Okay.
she's not actually climbing in the van. She's just staying on the
Thomas is going
outside.
to go stand next to her just so they could be at the ready.
Okay. So 2 of you standing on the side of the van, kind of using the van as cover and concealment. 1 of you sitting in it, as a driver. The remaining 2 of you going through your door that you have created and towards these 2 guards, shall we call them?
Oscar, sorry, not Oscar. Liam is just going to kind of, he's just going to kind of let his hair down, like take the hairband out, and he's just going to like just turn to Boone, and he's just gonna go like, "Follow my lead as best you can. However you wish to play it out, that's entirely up to you. But this is how I'm going to play it out." And then he's gonna walk towards, like, roughly in that direction, staggering and stumbling, and pretend to be drunk.
I need a charisma and performance roll.
Boone is just looking. He's like, "This is way out of my talents."
It's not a bad roll. I need more dots in performance, guys.
At least you have dots in performance.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Just because of that, I am going to burn a willpower.
Okay.
just a yeah.
Hey.
There you go.
All right. Strangely enough, Moriarty seems to sell this well enough to like you see two of the guards like do the like not this shit again kind of vibe as they kind of begin stepping towards Moriarty.
Just the two of them, right?
Yep.
And he's legit just kind of like he puts on a completely different accent, and he's just kind of, when you gotta take a piss and you gotta.
So as these guys kind of reach up, like, hey, you can't be here. You can't be. God, is he
what are you
drunk?
talking about? You're not my
No,
mother.
like you got to go, man. Hey, you take your buddy and get lost. Like, get the hell out of here.
Oh, what are you talking about? You're not my mother. You're not my mother. You don't tell me where I can take a piss. And would you kindly tell me what you're doing here? And mesmerize.
All right. So as you lock eyes with one of them, like you get that like almost milky look to their eyes as the supernatural powers take over. One of them unaffected because you can only hit one of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Boone
still pretending to be drunk.
Yeah,
Boone's
as
gonna
he,
step
Boone
up and do
will-
the same.
yeah, Boone will quickly walk up and just mesmerize the guy.
All right. So each one of you kind of hits this guy. Liam has said, "Tell me what you're doing here." So this initial guy was like, "We're just guarding the boat. We got paid to guard the boat. There's nobody in, nobody off."
So nobody. No. Is there anyone else in there?
We don't know. Nobody in, nobody off.
All right.
We haven't seen anybody. We're just told nobody goes on and nobody leaves.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm John.
The other one.
He's like, "Oh, I'm Tyler.
Right. Boss name?
We get paid through the company. We don't get told who the boss is.
Which company?
Secure Dynamics for Secure Solutions. It's a private security company."
Ooh. Boone would just kind of look at Liam at that and he goes, right. Sit down.
And Tyler just sits.
He's gonna look at Liam. He goes, "That's a problem."
Yes, it does. It definitely sounds like one.
Do we fuck the brains up now, or
We need to make sure that these two do not interfere later on.
okay?
How long does mesmerize last for?
Once you break your gaze, it'll be gone. But these are mortals, so like re-engaging their gaze, not a big issue.
Right. Yeah.
And mortals don't get a resistance roll.
Is it possible to tell these two to? Is it possible to tell these two to go home?
Is that what you want to try?
No, I'm asking, is it possible? Because I'm guessing once they break their gaze, it will break.
Once the command is issued, it kind of like that is the command they're going to follow.
Until it ends, right?
Yeah, until the command has been completed, basically. And with mesmerize, as long as it's not going against their nature or going to put them in harm's way, kind of activating their self-preservation, it should be fine.
Liam is going to look at the guy that he has under his control,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to say, give me the gun.
You see him like unsling it and like hand it out.
Thank you. Now, why don't you go home and have a nice long rest and forget all about this?
Yeah. I should go home. You kind of like just see him and start walking off.
I did use cloud memory as well.
He's just looking at him like, oh, that's impressive. Gun, please, if you don't mind.
Tyler will hold up the gun like, here you go.
That's a good boy. Secondly, I need you to go home, take a shower, relax, and you won't remember shit. And then
Okay.
Boone instead will just grab his face like you grab a dog's face.
Like,
And,
good
like,
boy.
Yeah, and then just like
Go away.
push him. Yeah.
Like, all right, I should go home. But yeah, these two walk off towards what you assume is the parking lot to go get their cars and go home.
And Boone will just hold the gun very daintily. He's like, "Oh, can you
I'll take it."
And Catherine's gonna whisper to her, wait, she can't hear that.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Oscar just heard this entire thing via the phone
Yeah.
call
Yeah.
between Boone
Oscar's
and
going
them.
to walk out at this point and like walk around the back of the vehicle and is like, "You're not gonna believe this shit."
Catherine, what they do.
I've been
That's
sitting
cool.
here for like 10 minutes. Like, two of you have mesmerized. You guys could just go
We
up
know
and
that. We
googly.
That is-
googly boogly. No, like
we all know that. It's just the characters not
creatures
knowing
are still
that about
trying
each
to make
other.
sure that we are conducive to this. So what?
Oh, right. You guys have that those two qualities that make it hard to make decisions.
Yeah, no. So what? Oscar's going to walk around and look at Thomas and Catherine and go, "You're not going to believe this shit." And like
They do.
Is everything okay?
they walked up, and from what I could hear, Liam was drunk or pretending to be. They
Yeah, that's a
walked
good
up,
strategy.
asked for the gun, and sent him home. And from what I could see, before I walked back here, they're fucking leaving.
Did they get any information out of them?
Oh, they got several bits of information. They are paid through and will regurgitate all of the information that heard.
Yeah.
So, like Oscar will unmute at this point and go. Depending on whoever's pocket he's in Boone's pocket. So it's just going to call out, "Hey, oi, can you hear me?"
And then Boone will just kind of bend down to his pocket. Wait, sorry. And he will pull the phone out of his pocket.
You were successful, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. We may have an issue, so I think it's best that we come back instead of continuing. Unless Liam, confidence.
Tell us what do you want us to meet you? We can walk up and meet you.
Or you guys gonna go?
Give me 1 second. Let me just check something real quick.
So does everyone want to go with Moriarty and Boone, or are
That's what
you
we're
two
trying to figure
gonna
out.
continue to investigate solo?
Let us be the dynamic duo. No, don't do that. That's probably.
Moriarty's just going to turn to Boone and just like, if you want to go back and tell them what has happened.
No, we heard what happened.
Oh, you already heard.
Yeah, on the phone. Yep.
What are we doing?
Well, at least we know roughly.
Does anybody know what that company that took? Can't remember the name of, because that was a complicated ass name that Ryan gave us.
Secure Solutions.
Solutions Secure.
You could basically boil it down to Secure Solutions.
Does anybody know about the history of that?
Sounds like a security company. They were just hired to guard things. It's common.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. From what you gathered, it sounded like a contracting job that went out to a third-party security company, and this is where they got paid to be.
So-
Bullshit. Voice in the sky. Sorry.
It seems at this point that we're not going to be able to find anything out by standing out here.
You want us to
Let's
come
go
up and
take a
meet you?
peek.
You can.
You want all of us to come up?
I would dare say that it is probably best if,
We split up.
in many
both, right?
ways,
What you mean in many ways?
we need to effectively figure out what the hell is inside this cargo ship, but we also need to keep an eye out here, just in
And
case
also-
anyone else comes arriving.
Or whatever is in that building come out the building.
Exactly.
Because I doubt that they're just protecting, a couple of people having a meeting.
They were told that they did not have any information
Right.
at all to give.
Bodies. They were
No.
bodies.
Now security guards normally don't get told a lot of information, but I think the one thing in which they would have been able to tell us, especially while under our command, is whether or not there were people inside there. The fact that they don't know, not no, not yes, they didn't know.
It's generally not information that's always necessary to guard something.
True.
Not paid enough to know that sort of shit.
Right. Or,
If anybody would
fuck
be
with everybody.
familiar with that kind of dealing, I think Thomas might have a leg up on everybody else. As in, the Venture often upper, like, that's above your pay grade, go do your job.
They
Well,
don't need to know what's in there.
So
who want to go where?
Me personally, I want to see what's inside.
I'll go with you, Jim. I'm fine with that.
I will make my way up and go inside with you all.
Okay.
I will wait.
And
Are Thomas and Catherine doing anything different? Are they remaining behind, or are they deciding to go with the rest of the party?
Should we even leave the
Yeah.
plant alone in the back of the van?
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good point.
Yeah, so that's a very good point. I forgot about that.
Kat, you want to stay behind, keep an eye on the plant, and keep an eye on anybody else, keep in touch with us?
I can do that.
If
She
any
does make a
trouble,
little face at being called cat, but
any trouble arise, just get the fuck out of Dodge. I think we can handle ourselves. That plan is more important than us, I feel.
Let us know that
Alright.
trouble's on. Let us know that trouble's on the way, and then do everything you can to secure your own safety.
all right,
Yes.
I can do that. I wouldn't mean much good inside.
all right.
Oscar, I left a tiny packet full of a whole bunch of very dangerous blades. Can you bring that?
Absolutely.
Thank
And
you.
then Oscar will click and will go and grab effectively and will pull up the balaclava above his face so like it obscures most like from the eyes down, and we'll go grab that pack of blades that Boone left behind, and we'll look over to Thomas and you ready to go?
Thomas
Okay.
got to make sure he's got, his guns with him, and
Excellent.
there
All
we
right.
go.
And wait, hold on. Oscar will hand the keys to Catherine.
Mhm.
Because if she needs to drive, she needs to be able to can drive the car. So it's just like, hold on to these until I get back, or if you can drive casually, and we'll walk off. We'll start walking towards Liam, where Liam and Boone are waiting.
Liam's going to hold out one of the rifles to Oscar.
I'm more liable to beat someone to death with it than I am going to be of any use firing the damn thing. So
Well, beat someone
Give it
with
to
it.
me.
then. I would love to see that.
you can Oscar will hand it over to Thomas at this point because Oscar's skill set is not
is blunt. It is not aimed on the end of a firearm whatsoever.
Picks up a gun, puts the gun down, and somebody's like with the gun going, "I'm in trouble, aren't I?"
All right. Well, as the
So-
four of you, what's up?
I would like to activate a few things. Prowess. I would like to
Prowess.
activate prowess.
Yeah. Okay.
So
It's time
And
to
I'm-
activate lethal body.
Okay.
And whose
I got-
phone am I going to be connected to? Our Catherine's going to be connected to.
Boone?
Yeah, you can do me.
Okay.
Oh,
And Catherine will set up a call with Boone's phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Goddamn.
so Oscar's at Hunger 3, but prowess is active.
All right. And Oscar, you just have potence of 2, correct?
Yes, potence of 2.
Okay. So, just so I'm tracking some stuff.
Okay. It's also got a strength of 3, if that means anything.
It does.
Oh, I will activate Silence of Death also.
Okay.
Quiet walking.
So,
I've got
I got-
nothing to activate.
I got one with lethal body. I got one with prowess, and I got one that's being sneaky. And then there's Liam.
Liam armed. Liam armed.
And
with, Liam
I
armed
cast gun.
God.
Liam armed with a rifle, a beretta, and razor sharp wit.
I'm
here
out
for
of
this.
spells, but I ain't out of shells.
Ew. No, but a quick question: do we have to activate anything else? Because I know that Oscar's got Shadow Cloak, which he would use to move forward stealthily with the shadow bits, and that's about all else. But he doesn't have to activate that. Do I have to?
Shadow cloak.
It just adds to the stealth roll.
What is that? Oblivion?
Yes.
Shadow cloak, not cloak of shadows.
That is just +2 bonus to stealth. Yeah, that is a passive action.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure if I needed to declare that or not. But Oscar would be.
Yeah. With passive stuff, I feel like it's kind of like breathing for you guys. Like you just use it. It's there unless you turn it off.
Mhm. So things like.
Catherine, you look like you had something to say.
Oh, no. Well,
Okay.
I was debating on whether or not I need to activate heightened senses.
I mean, those are
Yeah.
you can pop
Because she
that.
already has sentient, seen, and sound stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, heightened senses.
Yeah.
That'll be visual and audio.
Okay.
It'll still be kind of hard to hear because you're still like a parking lot away from that boat.
Who said I'm not worried about the boat? I'm worried about around her.
Oh, that's fair. So,
That is accurate.
fair point. I stand corrected. So as the four of you make your way up this ramp and onto this cargo ship, where are we going? Are we looking up to where like the crew cabin and I don't know what the cockpit of the boat? I don't know boats.
The cockpit
Bridge,
of the
bridge.
boat.
Fuck, I don't know boats. The bridge. There you go. I'm the army guy. All right, I didn't join the navy.
No, that was me.
So yeah, the bridge, or do you guys want to go down in the cargo hold?
Cargo.
I believe Liam wanted. Did you want to go into the building, like the office building, or did you want to go into the cargo hold, like below?
Should check the cargo hold.
Yeah, cargo.
I would say. Well, question for the ST.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge, would that have a manifest?
Maybe.
Really?
How much do you know about shipping manifests and
Also,
whatnot?
question: what is a manifest?
Is that out of character asking?
Yeah, that was me asking that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no
A
idea.
manifest is basically a list of what items are on this vessel. Whenever something goes on a truck, a train, a boat, a plane, they have a manifest. They have a list of what's there.
Okay.
That gets checked at when it gets loaded on and gets checked in when it gets loaded off. It's to help prevent piracy, black market deals.
Thank you.
I would say that we're probably They probably wouldn't have anything on it anyway. Let's check the cargo hold.
All right, cargo hold it is.
All right.
I'm making a point to perfectly put all these knives around my body to access when I need to.
Okay. Okay. So, finding the right stairwell that goes down into the cargo hold and opening up the door this is a huge area. Like, it's easily 40, 50 feet up. And that's probably an understatement at that point. Give me a wits and awareness for anybody that gets down in there. Ooh, Oscar going up in hunger.
Yeah, no, Oscar's at hunger 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I looked at the wrong thing.
What did you just roll?
No, I rolled it, and then Thomas's came immediately afterwards, and I was just like, oh, only one success. Wait a minute, when did I get to hunger free?
I got confused there for a second too.
Yeah. All right. So we're all good with those. Everybody's satisfied.
At this point,
Okay.
yeah.
3s.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can reroll. Can I reroll something?
You have a max of 2 you can reroll, Thomas.
Somebody needs to.
Hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and burn that willpower.
All right. I'm going to spend one for Thomas. First one of the night. So, as you guys kind of come down to this cargo hold, there's all these crates and cargo containers. But at the very far end, you guys can see a light. And it doesn't give that yellow glow like the normal incandescent bulbs. It's more of a whitish blue glow. To anyone that remembers, it kind of gives off that same light that you found in a certain basement.
Oscar is itchy.
Mm-hmm. So, are we moving forward with it?
Go check out the shiny light.
Liam is, yeah.
Yeah, no. Oscar will bring up the rear of this group because the lights
Okay.
make him uncomfortable. So he's going to be at the back of the group.
Okay. Who's in front?
Liam.
Liam? Okay. Cool.
Liam.
Yeah, but look, literally push him like, you got this.
Liam and Oscar, I need the two of you to make Dex athletics checks
Oh.
as something attempts to pounce on each one of you.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Here
And
we
we
go.
never saw them again.
Shut
This
the
ends
fuck
the
up.
story for Oscar and Liam.
I'm going to beat you. Can I?
Oh.
God damn, dude.
Oh shit.
Dude.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is going to be epically bad. Oh, I'm not mad about that. You know what? I'm not mad about it.
4 for Oscar and absolutely none. It's a bestial fail for Liam. So that's that. Gotta half it, and then that's it. Liam, you're going to take 1 point of superficial damage as you are knocked prone. Oscar, you managed to get out of the way. Liam, for your bestial fail, now that you've been hit by something, you're going to suffer from the harm compulsion.
Get it.
As these things come out of nowhere and just Thomas and Boone both see these as they kind of land on your coterie mates. They are these weird amalgamated bipedal bat looking things. All the bones and the angles look wrong.
Are they like real skinny?
Kind of, yeah.
Thank you for that.
but it looks like they have bone protrusions where there shouldn't be bones, like these long spines coming out of their elbows. I actually have some imagery for you guys.
No.
Oh, I've played The Witcher. I know what those things are. We're about to have fun.
We're not playing The Witcher. We're playing Vampire the Masquerade.
I said what I said. I know what those are from.
I was actually thinking. Yeah, I played The Witcher
big,
as well. but-
elongated ears, like these protruding, gnashing mouths. Liam, give me an intelligence and occult, and I'm gonna give you 2 extra dice for this.
Yay!
You specifically.
Yes.
What are you?
We might find out.
It's possible. Am I at hunger 1 still?
Yeah, your hunger hasn't increased yet, right?
Yay! I am re-rolling that. I am
Alright,
re-rolling that.
Willpower, you got it.
What are they?
So that's 3 for you tonight. These, while every one of these is kind of unique by its creator, you know a slatcha when you see one. A fleshcraft ghoul made for guard and shock troops by Clan Zamisi.
Oh shit!
So with that, I have your guys' orders because I wrote down all of your little initiative scores, so we would be able to go right into this. And the first one that gets to act now that these 2 things have gone is Dr. Boone.
Yeah. All right. So they're skinny to the bone. Are there obvious what's what I'm looking for? Veins or anything that could be finessely severed? As I am trying to use Dex and melee.
So it'll be a wits investigation because it's in the moment that you're trying to spot this kind of thing.
Okay. Wits an investigation. I was going to try and sway you to wits and awareness, but nah. I forgot how high that is for me.
And just so we're gonna stick with the 3 and done, like 3 rounds, and we're not going past that.
I'm going to spend some willpower. I think that
Okay.
is with 2.
We're gonna burn 1 for Boone. So that's 2 for Boone tonight.
Fuck you. 2 successes.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything vital sticking out.
Okay. Then the normalcy, just trying to slice at anything delicate.
All right.
Use Dex and melee.
Yep, Dex and melee, go for it.
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Fuck it. I'm gonna roll some rouse. Not rouse. Blood surge.
Blood surge.
Yeah. Roll some rouse. Good job.
I got you what you mean.
Same shit. Fuck. I'm at 400. Fun. This is gonna be great. Math. So that's 6, 7, 8.
It's a lot. Let's put it like
That's
that.
8, with half of it being hunger dice.
Yay! Fucking hell!
Oh yeah. So that's
6 successes, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
let me give them something real quick as they try to get out of the way.
Nah.
6.
Come back.
Okay. So 6. I'm almost guaranteed you're hitting. You're gonna hit them at some point. Like they're not gonna score enough to get out of the way. So you got 6, right?
Yes.
So they are going to take that much. Yeah, you get a good gash across whichever one you turn to. Did you run
the one
forward?
that because I pushed Liam when it happened. So
Okay.
like
So you go up, and this thing's got its back turned to you. You slash at it with one of your little like knife scalpel things. and it like sees you, but not in time to get out of the way. As you carve a nice line down its shoulder.
I'm taking a limb.
All right, that's Boone. Next we have Mr. Thomas Pierce.
Thomas is going to take the gun that was taken off of the guard and shoot at the other one.
Okay, shooting back at the one that knocked over Oscar.
Yeah,
No, shoot at Liam.
Okay.
tempting.
Well,
Take your opportunity. No.
That is going to be
Friendly fire.
as a what? Composure firearms. Oh, that's not what I want. Yeah, so as you take this thing and you just squeeze the trigger and fire off some shots, you see this thing kind of spin and move out of the way behind this like metal Connex looking container and like peering around the corner, ready to strike again.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah. Catherine, you don't hear anything around the van.
but does she hear all this happening on the phone?
You just heard gunfire, yeah.
And she's just gonna start swearing in Italian.
Yeah.
It's like
Lots
you're
of
listening to a violent
swearing.
podcast.
But she's gonna stick with the van and keep an eye
Yeah.
on Pamela.
Yeah.
All right.
Pamela.
After that is Oscar.
All right, ugly, let's dance. Is gonna go forward.
Yeah.
Honestly,
This thing.
wait. Quick question. So what he is going to do at this point, because well, no, he can't do that. Never mind. It's just going to grab and kind of tackle and just mollywop on this man.
All right. Grab and tackle. It's gonna be a strength and brawl.
Does my special grappling specialty come into play?
Yes.
Excellent. This will be fun.
I came up with this like 3 hours before the session. It's great.
I would say something, but no.
Do it.
So that's 4 successes.
You know what? Nope. I don't know if I should. Should I?
Well, this thing already took a reaction to dodge from the firearm, so it's basically like you just grab it.
Okay,
So
good.
you lock onto this thing. So that is Oscar for now.
Yeah.
Liam, the man who got knocked onto his back. You see Dr. Boone kind of run up and like slash at the thing that knocked you over. And you see this giant, unnatural, flesh-crafted bat thing standing over you.
Liam is just gonna look up at this thing, fangs bared, just looking right at it, and just as the claws just extend on his right hand.
All right, doing feral weapons, huh?
Which requires a rouse check.
Yes, it does.
The dice bot chose violence.
Alright, so you're getting +2 damage at the moment. And Liam goes up in hunger. Oh, man. That's his first one of the night. That's fine, right?
We had to get there eventually.
He's doing better off than Boone is right now. All right,
And I'm
so
gonna-
activating feral weapons.
and he's going to try and effectively pull actually no, more like that kind of like claw emotion and literally try and stab this thing.
Okay. Go ahead and do a strength and brawl.
But I get a +2, right?
+2 on damage. It is not on the roll itself.
Well, this is interesting because I've now got more hunger dice than I do actual.
Then your whole pool is just hunger.
Oh dear. Success!
Yeah, this thing having already used up a kind of reaction to attempt to get away from Boone, you are able to stab into it. That'll add 2 damage, and with that, it doesn't get halved. So this is going to take all of that. So you see it as your claws dig into this thing's like abdomen, and it just sinks in like unnaturally like soft, gooey flesh that just it's not supposed to be like this. Those 2 took off.
That's nasty.
Yeah. Right?
Nice.
Which brings up the first one. The one that now has been cut and stabbed. Oh, wait. Boone, you did. Never mind. That one. Oh, I forgot. Damage tracking in my head. That one, as you stab it, kind of like hulks over in like the dead weight against your claws.
Oh, good luck with that one.
Liam has like what? Yeah, okay. So with that strength score, yes, it's like, oh crap, get it off, crap.
You're gonna have to wait. Just don't get squished. Mm-hmm.
So the other one will act, and it will attempt to break out of your hold, Oscar.
Nope, it's gonna make it very difficult.
Yep. So we're just gonna call this a contested brawl roll.
Okay.
Strength there, brawl there. Okay.
Do I go ahead and roll?
Yep. I am rolling in the secret channel that you guys can't see, but the other storytellers can see, so they can keep me accountable. Right. There's the score, and that's what you have to beat.
Okay, straight and oh, big bullets. All right. Cool. We will do that.
Oh, that is gross.
I would like to spend a willpower.
Okay. Oscar's gonna spend a willpower.
Did absolutely fuck all. I have 3.
So yeah, actually, you 2 are in this kind of like stalemate where it's trying to like get out of your grasp, but you're holding on just as tight. Like you're losing grip, but it has not broken the grip. You 2 are fairly evenly matched. Boone.
Yes.
You watch as Liam has reached up, stabbed this thing with claws, and it has just like collapsed on top of him.
You got this. Give me 5 seconds, and he's gonna turn. And he sees like Oscar holding him. Then Boone is just gonna just trying to time, and he's gonna try and do the same thing he did to the other.
Okay, so
creature.
running back to the other one, trying to swipe at it.
Yes.
For this one, since you are kind of doing it on the move, we're gonna call it Dex and melee.
Okay, yay. That's what I'm aiming for.
When Boone runs off, he just hears Liam just kind of like underneath this thing, just goes like, "No rush."
So for a blood surge, are we? I don't know what your ruling is. Since it's the same action, does the blood surge still work for that one, or are
the blood surge gives you the extra dice, and then your hunger goes up after that action.
Okay. So I have to do blood surge for every roll.
Yeah, you don't get to keep it. It's a one action thing.
Yay! Okay, cool. All right. Now that I know that, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna roll my 6.
Okay. And this thing will get a chance to get out of the way because it has not used that yet. Oh, it can't. It's grappled.
Held. Yep.
I did this on purpose.
I am crit fishing, so I will use
Two.
one of the 2 willpower points that I have left.
Okay.
I'll go that in my head.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
That is a fuck. You know what? Fine, I'll take it. Messy critical is 6 successes.
Oh.
That's okay.
You went fishing. This is what you caught.
All right, Dr.
take it.
Boone. Well,
This is gonna sound crazy, but I would rather the hunger than the compulsion. But I feel like I know.
Oh,
What
I don't like you that much. I love you, but like, with the hunger in your chest, this level 4 beast rising up, just making things confused. Like your mind, your OCD starts to act up. You're going to take your 2 dice penalty, basically for the remainder of the scene, to Dex, Manipulation, Composure, and Wits. But you will hit this thing. So that's 6. So you, again, come in and you slash this thing. And you see a good cut across its clavicle.
what did I get? I'm sorry for the messy. I'm sorry.
Your clan compulsion.
Damn it. Okay.
You'll be taking that -2 to all those attributes. Thomas, you've seen one of these things get slashed, stabbed, collapse on a teammate. You tried to shoot the other one, didn't hit it. Oscar runs up, bear hugs it, and then Boone comes over and cuts that one.
The other one's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to the one that's still alive. I'm gonna put aside the gun because I'm not that much of an asshole. And is there something on the creature that Thomas can grab and try to yank hard?
I mean, you could grab it by the head. It's got these big ass ears on it.
Just pull its head off.
Just like a fucking Barbie doll. Just
Can I pull its head
Hey,
off?
but
Yeah. Give me.
Between-
We're gonna call this a strength and brawl.
oh my god.
Do you have a specialty in brawl at all?
No specialty.
All right. So yeah, just strength and brawl.
Does lethal
Head
body
popping.
have any effect on these things? They're not
That is
exactly
only against
mortal.
mortals. These are not
Okay.
mortals.
Oh no.
It's specialty head popping.
I mean, it can't move. So like this, essentially, like you just need to do enough damage
I
to.
hold him and you punch. It's fine.
Wait, can decapitation be a specialty for brawl? If so, I know what I'm doing next.
It'd be an easier sell on melee.
Melee, yes. Thank you.
Do you want to sit with that 3, Thomas? Do you want?
Wow.
Oh no.
That was such an evil storyteller thing to do. Do you want to sit on that? Yeah.
I know.
Let the paranoia flow through you.
Yeah. All right. Let's roll this.
All right, party time.
Party time.
Woo!
There you go.
So, after being grappled, stabbed, Thomas, just having enough of this shit, comes up, grabs this thing by the ears because it's got these big, enormous bat things, and like some kind of fucked up Mortal Kombat fatality, grabs it and rips it away to where everything from the jaw and like forehead comes with it.
Ooh.
And just kind of spills out the contents.
All over Oscar.
I was just like, what is it?
You're
Like
welcome.
regular looking blood, or is it like purple and weird?
I'd probably
Fine.
tinted. It's flesh crafted. Like It looks weird. It's gross. It's just viscera and gore.
Oh, good.
Okay.
How does it smell?
Not good.
So not only do I reek, I'm covered in shit.
Okay.
So it's just
There are words for that I don't think I can say on this channel because I'm pretty sure even Twitch has standards.
It's just like, whoa, buddy. Whoa.
If you're done
Um,
plugging this, let's get back to work.
Yeah. No, Boone is like hyperventilating super hard right now and counting his breaths.
Mm-hmm.
Can someone please see to the good doctor?
Oscar's going to run
Thomas.
over to Liam and pull this thing off the top of him.
Yeah, with your potence activated and it adding to your strength, it's like roll it off, and he's just like, if he needed to breathe, he would be gasping.
And
Boone
we'll
is-
extend down an arm to help him up.
Grabs a hold.
Covered in duck.
Yeah, Oscar is just covered in viscera and bits of whatever came out of that thing.
I can't say this is one of your better looks, but
Yeah, no, I can't. Quick question. Given that Oscar also lived in New York, would he have seen these things? Maybe not know what they are, but at least seen something like them?
You have seen a flesh-crafted abomination before. Just everyone's kind of unique,
Okay, got it. Cool. So it's just like, that is disgusting.
yes,
The fuck was that?
Zlatka are generally disgusting in that regard.
Well,
Ghouls. Flesh-crafted ghouls.
yes. So let's.
Your family's fucked up, man.
Bold words coming from one of the clan of kings.
Oh, gentlemen, let's not fling mud. We have shit to do. And
We'll do
Liam,
indeed.
like Oscar will grab Liam by his collar and dog walk him further down to where we need to go.
Boone,
Liam's just giving Thomas a very polite and beaming smile.
Boone is on his knees and just muttering, hyperventilating. Now, if I blink 82 times, and then maybe I won't be able to see all the blood because the blood's coagulated. It shouldn't be coagulated like that. Why is it like that? Why does it have 4 arms? It shouldn't have 4 arms. It's elongated. I don't understand what's going on.
Thomas is gonna go grab.
Actually, you know what? You make an awesome point, Took. I'm going to need you to roll the remaining number of your willpower
You suck.
plus a third of your humanity.
So 3 dice. Cool. This is gonna be fun for me.
No, it should be
Is it? Unless I counted wrong. Hold on.
should be 4 dice.
Oh yeah, because of a thing I can't say out loud.
Well, no, you're at least at 6. 1/3 of 6 is 2, plus your remaining willpower 2 is 4.
Man.
Okay, so 4 dice. Cool.
I'm a math queer, right? Not a spelling queer.
Yeah, we've established that.
Yeah. Don't ask me to spell things.
All right, so 4, and
So it
I
has an
don't add
estimate
my hunger to
somewhere.
this.
Nope, no hunger dice.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Your hunger and the OCD just takes over, and the smell of the blood and the viscera compels the beast to where you just start scooping up what little vitae you can out of this mess in front of you.
So it's not healthy blood, right?
It will lower your hunger.
Fake? Ew. Wait.
It'll bring you down by 2.
It'll bring me
Oh,
2.
thank the. Wait a minute.
This will bring your hunger down by 2
Okay.
before you are finally able to kind of oh shit, what am I doing? Ugh.
But while he's doing it though, you said they're ghouls, correct?
Yeah.
Meaning that someone is controlling them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
May I use scent the bond? Would you
what
like for me to read
is
it?
that? Yes.
I'm not going to say her name of the bloodline, because of what she was a part of, and that she was targeted by the antediluvians. Blah 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 blah. She has the ability to recognize the same odor of a vampire being bonded to or bonding them or whatever individual. Once per story on a successful resolve plus awareness test, difficulty of 4. I can do the same.
Okay. And so that's going to be a resolve and awareness. With your hunger still at 4 because this is happening while you're
As
doing
I'm doing
this. Yep.
So 3. Shit, math. 7, and then I'm assuming my special doesn't come in handy because it's of death.
No,
right?
no,
Right,
that's
that's
not gonna help you out.
Okay. So, booty boom, 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 and 4 hunger still. Fuck you, piece of shit. I'm gonna use my last willpower.
Okay.
Oh no.
That was so bad.
Motherfucker. Okay, that's fine.
That is your last willpower, so you are now impaired.
Yep, and that's okay. I'm fucked up.
Okay. And this thing lets you figure out who the master was, or at least what clan they're from.
Let me reread this real quickly. Maintain ties with that she could smell the bond on individual vampires and recognize the same odor on the vampire bonded to or bonding them. So essentially, once I am in the presence of the person who owns
if
them,
you encounter a bond from this master again, you will immediately recognize it.
Exactly, and I will
Gotcha.
know. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. About that messy though.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
I'm having a great day.
We're gonna take that knowledge hungry flaw and we're gonna amplify it into a compulsion.
God, you know what? I'll take it.
That the doctor part of your brain is like, I need to know how these are made. I need answers.
And he is completely fixated on it, but he will stand because he's not hungry anymore. But he has blood all over his face and just look at Thomas. So I think I can figure out how these things are made, and if I can make them, or if I can get Liam to make them, then we can have a whole bunch of these of our own, and we can have it on Haven, and it will be great, and it will be amazing to be able to have it.
No, we're
Doctor?
not doing that. We're not doing that. We'll give you something else to play with, to learn things from,
Right.
and it'll be all right.
Do you promise that? Are you just you're not right?
Liam's gonna go right up to Boone, and he's just gonna be like, listen to me.
Oh.
I can tell you as much I can about the art of flesh crafting, as much as I can.
Right.
I can't do it yet, and I can maybe show you a little bit of it once I learn how to do it on myself.
Can't do it yet.
I can't do it yet.
Then you're useless. Get out of my face, and he's gonna turn away from me.
Oh my God. Oscar's just like done.
He's gonna start walking towards where Oscar is. We do have things to finish, but while we're doing that, I'm gonna be thinking about this entire thing. Thank you. All right.
Cool. Let's go. We need to find him. And just is gonna start looking around, gonna start moving forward.
Towards that light you guys saw?
Sure, but again, Oscar's gonna
That
shift
gun
his
and
position and make himself at the back of the group because those lights make him uncomfortable.
Boone will put the mask back over his face, by the way.
Yep. So I got one with a balaclava, one with a mask, right?
Liam's also wearing a mask.
Okay.
Yeah, Thomas still has that medical mask on.
Okay. Cool. So as you walk forward, you find this large open doorway, with the double doors. The doors have kind of been propped open, and this is where the light is kind of spilling out from. And as you guys step into this, I've wrote you guys something special. As you step into the dimly lit chamber, your senses are immediately assaulted by a peculiar fusion of scents, a heady mix of damp earth and the delicate perfume of multiple varieties of flowers in full bloom. Before you, bathed in a soft, eerie glow of what you would recognize as the botanical grow lights, similar to what you found in the basement of the missing Primogen, stands some kind of creature, a grotesque hybrid of man and plant. A masterpiece of flesh and flora intertwined in a way that defies nature's boundaries. The hybrid almost commands your attention with its visage, its form reminiscent of the twisted tales whispered about war ghouls from the past. It blurs the line between man and plant. Every contour of its figure exudes a surreal beauty that is both captivating and deeply unsettling. Its features, once unmistakably human, now bear the unmistakable imprint of botanical influence. Its eyes, deep and verdant, seem to shimmer with an otherworldly intelligence, while tendrils of vines, roots, and thorns coil around, in, and through its limbs and torso, moving with an uncanny grace that you would not attribute to this form. The botanical parts seem to jut in and out of the fabrics covering this monstrosity, piercing the pants, as well as what seems to be left of a Hawaiian shirt. And yet, amidst the eerie ambiance, you take notice that around one of its ankles is a shackle of some kind, connected to heavy chains that bolt somewhere in the room. With each shuffling step, the chains clink in a way that seems to pull against the very strings of your heart. And as you stand before this living masterpiece, you realize that in its strange existence lies both danger and an otherworldly beauty. As it turns, having finally noticed you, the deep brown eyes assess you, almost in a sense of pleading, and it reaches out with a deformed hand towards you, seeming to let out some kind of sound, but it only comes out as an unintelligible moan of what you can only assume is pain.
Oh no.
Oh man, I wish Boone cared. Shit, this is so
You-
sad.
We've put two and two together, and this is not a good thing.
What,
Hey,
dude?
Liam, why don't you give me an intelligence and resolve? Actually, Catherine could, but she's not here. She can't see this.
She can just hear rambling and then
Mhm.
oh shit.
And if anyone could hear the phone,
I'm at hunger too,
she
yes?
she swear in
I
Italian.
believe.
Yes,
Boone
I-
speaks Italian because of his
I am.
dad, so he's like,
Yep, hunger too.
great.
But she's also asking, she's gone full
Okay.
Italian. Like,
Okay. With 3 successes, the form is so mangled and unrecognizable with how the plant seems to go in and out of places that just completely destroy the humanoid form. But you recognize this outfit. You have seen this outfit before at John and Alicia's wedding.
Ooh.
This is what Primogen Strain was wearing the last night that anybody saw him.
It's Strain.
What the fuck are you saying?
That is Strain.
Fuck. And it's chained. Oh no. This, okay. What do we, okay. All right. Take a second. Oscar's going to reach into his pocket
Mhm.
and is, because when we were given the instruction to find Primogen Strain,
Mhm.
what, like, specifically we were told to find him and bring him back, right?
That was basically the assumption that you would execute, yeah.
Okay. We can't bring this back. It's a walking masquerade breach chained to a floor. Somebody is keeping it here. And
Mhm.
based on 2 + 2 equaling chair, and he's not an idiot, a Zamitsi found him, and turned him into this. So he's going to do the only thing that he can think to do and send an SOS to the sheriff and say because at this point, we found him, we can't do anything about it, and we don't have right of destruction. This is still a kindred. It may be warped, it may be crafted into to look like this, but this is a kindred. We do not have right of destruction. We need to call the sheriff and tell them that it's here, and ASAP, SOS, bring your big guns, all of it, because this is a problem. And so Oscar's going to look at Liam. Says, I'm going to call the sheriff. Okay, I'm going to call the sheriff.
Yes.
Tell to bring everything. We don't have the right to destruction. We can't kill it. We can't deal with whatever's.
Nobody's arguing with you. Make the phone call.
Yeah, it's going to
Quit
call.
panicking and get your shit together.
And hearing all this, Catherine's going to be saying from the other end, from like, what the hell's going on? Like, all this is in fluent Italian, so.
Boone will take the phone and he will go in Italian, speaking it in clear Italian. Well, if we go and take that blood and we find it, he's just explaining the whole like medical process there.
Yeah, as you call,
and Catherine's going to say, hand the phone to someone else, please.
No.
You can explain it to me later.
Okay. He's going to hand the phone to Liam.
Catherine.
What's going on? I've heard a lot.
We found who we were looking for.
You found Joshua?
And it seems that some people from my neck of the woods got to him first.
And long string of Italian swears. So what are you doing now? Are you making calls or?
Oscar is making the call right now.
Okay. Have them make sure they know that I'm in the van at least.
Yeah, well, Oscar, Catherine's just, Catherine's just asked that you make sure that they know that Catherine is in the van outside so that they are aware of it.
Okay, excellent. I will do that.
And not bang on the doors.
No, just is waiting for the like, come on.
so Oscar calling the sheriff and goes to voicemail.
Motherfucker.
Okay, so the sheriff is not answering, calling a deputy because I'm assuming that we got a directory whenever that whole packet was dropped off, so it's going to start calling names until someone picks up.
All right. I mean, you have the number to John's office. You have your shadow.
Shadow, call the shadow.
Oh, Valentina.
Yep. Nope. We'll call back Valentina.
All right. You call Valentina. Hello again. What can I do?
We found what we were looking for.
Oh, wonderful.
No, it is not. I have called the sheriff because we can't move it.
Why not?
It is a bit of a walking billboard. It's a problem. It is secured by way of heavy chain to a floor.
Tell Valentina that some of my lot got to them.
Some of Moriarty's family, or not Moriarty, but Liam's family, or like Mask Name's family, got a hold of it.
Interesting. All right. Well, the sheriff is busy. So what are you looking for? What kind of help before I start making phone calls?
We encountered some.
I didn't ask what you encountered. What kind of help do you need?
You want him back as is, or are we burning this shit down?
We don't have permission to kill the Primogen. Exit the premises with him and then burn it down if necessary.
He's
Then we need something to hide him.
this. We need something big. Very big. It's not going to be an easy task to just walk him out of here.
You're on a cargo ship, right? That's where you guys were the last time you called me?
Yes.
Are there no cargo like netting or covers like a tarp that you could wrap him in?
Go willingly?
Have you tried?
Liam's going to walk towards Strain,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just going to like hold his hands up like this. Primogen Strain.
Oh.
I'm Moriarty. I saw you at John and Alicia's wedding. Nod if you understand what I'm saying.
You would see like a flash of recognition kind of cross over the pain in this thing's eyes as it like does its best to nod, even though it's got like vines and roots kind of like keeping its head in place. So it's almost like a full torso, like lean.
Okay. We were told to come and find you. We're going to try and bring you home. Not if you understand.
Okay, so we need to get him free then.
Let me see.
Alicia, or not Alicia, sorry, Valentina on the other end of the phone, like, do you guys have anything to break this chain? Pick the lock?
Can try to pick a lock.
Or break it. I can try to break it out of the floor.
If not, I can call someone, but I need to know who to call. I need to know what resources you need.
Thomas, if you can pick the lock, pick it. If you can't, Oscar, break the chain.
Okay. Got that.
All right.
So we
Thomas,
just need a vehicle.
can I try to pick that lock around the Primogen's ankle?
Yeah.
All right, give me a dexterity and larceny. But you know, one of the better things you're got there on your sheet, huh? Right. Good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you break out like whatever paperclip or thing you got. You're leaning down by the Primogen's foot, and you're sitting there struggling for a minute before you finally hear the telltale click, and like the shackle kind of pops loose.
How big is he?
So Strain is about 5'7", 5'8". He's probably a little bit wider than he normally is, given all the growth.
Okay.
So, you know, think about a guy who's like 5'7", 5'8", but kind of like built and like broad like a brick shit house.
Ribjo.
I was picturing
instead
something
of-
way bigger. Okay.
Yeah, and instead of like muscle, it's like vines and roots.
All right.
Oscar, you're muted.
We thought he was a lot bigger than just his
No.
old 5'7", 5'8" frame. So that's why Oscar was behaving the way he was.
That's what I was.
You guys out here making assumptions. I didn't say how tall it was.
Yeah, I was
That
thinking like
description was intense, but
I was thinking like Hulk if he was controlled by poison ivy.
we're not quite that big. Think like Swamp Thing wide, but like 5'7", 5'8" tall.
So just
Okay. So now we need something to hide him under.
Tarp. Someone find a tarp.
But can either of you find a tarp? Oscar, Boone, anyone?
Tarp. Find a tarp. Tarp. If we
Please.
put the tarp on, we can wrap him in the tarp, and then we can figure out what's going on with his body in it, and then he's gonna go find the tarp.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, it's easy enough to find one of those cloth tarps that's like kind of strapped down over some cargo. Pop the ropes, and you can drag it right off.
Okay,
Liam's
here we
just
go.
gonna.
I need more than one.
Liam's just gonna.
No,
keep
they're
his
they're
focus
big
on-
tarps.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys have ever seen cargo tarps. They're
Yeah,
easy, like
Not
10 by
person.
10 tarps.
Okay.
That took me 10 finger bends in order to get this to you. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Just grabs the tarp and flings it over Strain.
Yeah, kind of like fling it over, wrap it around him,
Yep,
so that
yep.
like basically he can see out of it.
Yep,
but
yep.
Everything else is
There we
covered.
go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Can Thomas just pick him up in like a fireman carrier or something?
Sure. Just give me a. What's your strength at? What do you got? Strength
Oh.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you buff. You're good. You can lift him. Like you can. Whoop, there we go. I got you, Primogen.
Ooh, scoring all them brownie points now.
So instead of looking like as if we're exiting a cargo ship with the Hunchback of Notre Dame, instead it just looks like as if Thomas is carrying a body.
Yeah. Welcome to Philadelphia.
so if there are any like
Actually,
the cameras bits, so what like just for sake of brevity and sweeping it over, is just going to ask for general like surveillance, potential like cleanup as far as that goes, and just let her know what's going on with that. Like
Yep,
there's no like fire level stuff, and it's not like it was loud. It was just a matter of CYA. So
we don't know what else kind of monstrosities they could have in here, so why don't we just fucking get them
Burn
to
it.
take it down? Burn it.
we can't.
I know
So-
just the individual to call. Get out of there. I'll let the surveyor know.
No, upon the immediate mention of the surveyor, Oscar's going to involuntarily twitch because he's met the surveyor at least once, twice, maybe, and is going to just be like, all right, click. And or assuming, wait, hold on. Where are we taking our target?
Back
To the van.
Well, I meant after this. So Oscar knows where to drive.
That was a good question. Where are we taking him?
That's why I asked this. Where are we taking our target? That's why I'm asking about the shadow where we are taking. Where?
I thought you already hung up.
Oh, okay, then never
You
mind.
did click. I'm like,
Okay.
there's nobody on the phone. What do you want?
I'm sorry. So
Call or text her back and figure out where we're taking.
wait, I was about to say where text of where to.
Boss's main office. He'll want to see this himself.
And
right.
it's cool. We are going to Elysium, so strap him in.
Let's go.
Someone sit with him. Move the plant, and we'll go.
When he kind of gets like slumped down, and you go to like move the plant, like one of the big like almost like bear paw like malformed like reaches over and like drags it back next to him.
Oh, that's his plant now.
Okay.
Noted.
That's his plan.
Oh no.
All right. Yeah, so Thomas is after he gets him settled, he's going to get in his car to go.
Yeah, no, Oscar's gonna start
Right.
once everybody's settled in, is gonna start making the drive to Elysium.
Yeah. Driving down I-95, headed back to the museum, kind of unloading, looking around careful, getting Primogen Strain out of the van, through the secret doors, and down through the hallways leading to Elysium. When you get to that foyer that all of you have passed through now, there's no doorman. The usual one, either the Spartan or the sheriff, don't seem to be there.
Oh, we are about to walk in unannounced. We're not unannounced. The shadow knows we're here, and shadow has probably told the prince. So
One of us should at least knock out of politeness.
Boone will knock exactly 20 times. And then he will wait 5 seconds, and then he will repeat 20 times.
oh no.
But he's not knocking hard, like kind of like a rhythmic.
The door,
I was not expecting
as you get halfway through your second round of knocks, the door will yank violently away from your hand. And standing, having answered his own door, is the unblushed form of the prince.
every single compulsion kind of leaves the body and he just backs up and pushes one of the two forward.
Who's he pushing?
Probably Liam again.
He just kind of gives like Liam gives Boone a look. And
If looks could kill.
You would.
and he just bows to the prince and just goes, "Your Grace, we have done as you have requested."
Bring him inside. And he steps away from the door.
Walks in.
Thomas is going to carry Strain inside.
Catherine
Look
follows
at
the rest.
Liam.
John
Yeah.
will see the 5 of them enter. The young Mithraean carrying about something the size of a human body, but it has been wrapped in this dirty kind of cargo tarp. There you go. That's the word. And there are soft moans every then and again, almost like pained, but it's hard to tell.
Thank you for bringing him back. He'll make a point to look at Thomas, and he'll give a soft nod before looking at the rest of the coterie. We'll take things from here. But there's a matter of your payment. After all, honest wage for honest work, is that not the slogan of the day?
Mm-hmm.
I will grant your coterie one minor boon.
Yes, much appreciated, Your Grace. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Catherine and Maud.
Thank you.
Now, please do with the rest of your night as you feel necessary.
Thomas is going to gently set Strain down in front of the prince and bow deeply before stepping back.
Yeah. In that moment, Strain kind of like hobbles to his feet, kind of shrugs off the tarp again, and just exposes the absolute travesty that has been done to him,
Oh no.
truly making him both man and plant and just a monster. That something even that the once former Ripjaw would wince at.
1 second, I need to look at something. Where is this? Where did you go? Okay.
What are we getting up to?
So, oh wait, no, that's not the right. You'd think I know my own pools by now.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
That's not.
It's
Slightly better.
It's best if y'all leave now.
Okay. Walking
Thomas
back.
is going to usher everybody else out.
Yep. Bow, leave.
Leave.
Yep. Following everyone else out.
All right. So, we thank the prince for being here, and we turn back to the coterie.
Appreciate the prince.
With the rest of the evening, is there anything particular that anyone is doing of significance?
We're going to take the plant back.
If the plant is not attached to Strain,
Yeah.
taking it.
No, we can hand wave that it is returned to Jerry the Ghoul, who will happily and like, oh thank you. Islington will like this.
Get up, Jerry.
But if there is nothing else,
I need to hunt.
okay, let me get that roll then.
I'm gonna go with him.
Okay.
Oh, this will be fun. Okay, I gotta find it. I keep losing this box of doom.
Should I also make a roll?
To go with him, no. It's gonna be supervision, so if he frenzies, there's someone to pull him off.
Boone would like to be taken home. That's pretty much it.
Yep. Basically, the van is returned. You guys are taken back to the Coterie Haven, this is where two of them will part to go hunting. We'll do that roll real quick. But if nobody else has anything, that's where we will end it after we get this hunting roll. And then you guys in the audience will get to
Jesus
meet the
Christ.
players.
Okay. How much willpower do I have left?
3.
Okay, cool. I'm going to spend willpower. This is horse shit. Oh, good.
There you go.
Yay!
There you go.
You'll be able to slake those two hunger down.
Just and
Yep.
Oscar.
Thomas does want to talk to Catherine real quick, though.
All right, let's get that out of the way. That'll be the last thing for tonight, as we're coming up on the 4-hour mark. And then we will round robin our way out of here.
Yeah, so Thomas is going to pull Catherine aside once they get to the Coterie Haven. I'll make sure that I'll do my best to keep you out of danger when it comes to what I'm dealing with. I will be talking with them. It
Is that so? Same way you were going to help before and then you left in the middle of the night without knowledge or anything?
Said I was sorry.
Yes,
Sounds
words
good.
are one thing, actions are another.
All right. Right. So
And I'm also currently away from my home.
I know. Once I get this wrapped up, you can go back. But if you see her, you need to run.
As if I'm actually going out anywhere. Same as my shop.
go
I
out.
don't go.
If
Except
you do
that-
go out, have somebody go with you.
Fine.
There he is.
I
All
didn't
right.
mean for any of this shit to happen to you, all right? But I'll do my best to make sure nothing else happens.
Better.
Right.
Better, huh? What are you going to do?
With that, we will let the curtains close on those to potential will they, won't they, love birds. And now let's introduce our lovely cast. We're going to start with Oscar over there on the left.
Hello, I am Wolfgar, Reaper Wolfgar on TikTok, and I play Oscar Sullivan of Clan Lasombra, who is very much going to enjoy taking the hottest shower he can physically stand and and burning his clothes.
All right. And below me, Kit.
Hi, I'm Kit. I am Kitsune Charms on TikTok, where you can find a plethora of Thomas videos coming up. I play Thomas Pierce of Clan Ventru, who's definitely trying to figure some things out.
Mm-hmm.
I am the Wandering Demon. You can find me on TikTok at the Wandering Demon. I play Liam Moriarty of Clan Zemitsi, who, after everything that's happened tonight, is probably going to take the longest drag of a cigarette that has ever occurred. Just, I'm going to make this last.
Catherine.
I am Lahaide Viti on TikTok. I play Catherine Diadamo, and right now she is in a mood.
Oh, but
Our wonderful and entertaining Dr. Boone Ripley.
Oh boy. Hello, everybody. I am Took, I guess. I play Dr. Boone Ripley, the very beautiful, handsome, and not troubling at all doctor, and Malkavian. I can be found on the TikToks, here on Twitch, and now especially on YouTube. I'm getting a whole bunch of stuff ready to go, and I'm doing auditions for my own show and stuff like that. So if you want to participate, find my link, click on that stuff, and join if you wish.
I guess that leaves me. I'm Ryan. You can find me as Darth Caustic on both TikTok and Discord. You can catch me here at Philly by Night, storytelling for these lovely people. They are probably sick of my crap by now, but
Getting there.
we haven't even gotten to the backstories yet. It's going to be great. I have so much planned for these guys. If you haven't yet, go check out our YouTube. Go follow us on TikTok. We have now started uploading our behind-the-scenes audios straight from our Discord server to YouTube. You will not see it here on Twitch. You have to go over there and see what happens in between these coterie sessions. But check that out. Check out more episodes here. We have the Ancilla and the Emissaries up next on our channel here in about 2 weeks. So come swing by to watch them. But the most important thing, we may play monsters in the world of darkness, but that doesn't mean that you can't be the light in somebody's life. Take care of others, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you all later. Have a good night.
Bye.